This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's do this. Good morning, everyone.
Yay, another
Welcome.
day.
Yeah, another day.
Hi.
Another dollar.
Hi, peoples.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everyone.
Oh, my asshole calmed down just in time for the radio show. Thank God.
Oh, I certainly have.
Man, you get a little older, you can't deal with jalapenos.
Would you have some spicy?
A little spicy jalapeno burrito wrap. Ooh. It said spice. It said peppers. It said spicy and sweet peppers. I'm like, oh, that sounds
Where'd
nice.
you get it?
Just at one of these bodega type places.
Oh boy.
Went to the corner. One of those make-your-own salad places. Well, they make the
burrito
salad
from a bodega? You're fucking brave, dude.
I know, that is brave.
They make a salad for you. No, this is a really clean place. A very respected place.
Oh.
They have very nice wraps and stuff. But I started picking out those jalapenos, realizing, fuck. You know, you start pushing fucking 40, and you can't deal with jalapenos anymore.
No.
All right, good. And and I woke up this morning, and I've been on the toilet ever since.
Oof.
And, man,
Mad.
I think it was puckering or something, because it was just like...
Was doing that thing, like when you watch a horse take a dump and his butt's like...
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah.
But it calmed down just in time.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had to share that with everybody, but between that and the NutriBullet, man, things are a-flowing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Things are a-flowing.
Yeah, just the look of that, it looks like you're going to be shooting that out your ass.
Oh, you want to know what it is? Well, thanks for asking.
Yes, what's in the NutriBullet today?
Well, you got some leafy spinach. A little bit of kale.
Oh.
I took Sam's suggestion.
And put cum in it?
I put cum in it.
Dumped directly into asshole.
A whole navel orange.
Oh, wow.
Even though he doesn't know what a navel orange is, but I do. And a half a banana. And some pineapple chunks.
How does it all fit in there?
And my boost today, because you need the boost.
Gotta have the boost.
But my boost is very different than most people's boost. Because it's not on the official boost list.
Oh, no.
They give you an official boost list.
You went off book.
I did go off book. A nice handful of raw oatmeal to keep me full.
The raw oatmeal. What is the boost supposed to do?
I don't know. It's
give you a boost.
It's
give you a
nonsense.
boost. Doesn't the whole thing kind of give you a boost? A lot of sugar in there.
You think the sales department is smart enough to call the NutriBullet people at this point?
No. Oh, boy.
No, I don't think so either.
Nah, why would they be?
The guy, the NutriBullet people, like, tweet me all the time. They're very excited. And I'm not, we talk about our lives, that's all. But people are buying these fucking things now because we're talking about it on the radio show, or mostly me.
So wouldn't you think you would,
You would think they would call the NutriBullet people, but then what? Like you said before the show, they have a way of fucking up advertisers.
Every time.
Because the NutriBullet people probably would just like to buy maybe a small schedule. I don't even know. I'm not in contact with them in that way, but they would probably I would assume buy a small package just to see how it goes. But of course they'll fucking try to.
We need a 5-year commitment.
A 5-year commitment at $100,000 a month. Like, holy fuck.
Come on, let the guys dip their toe in a little.
Let them get a little taste and see if this is for them.
I bought an advertiser. I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, they've asked me over the years. I'm like, no, I'm not bringing my people over here until you do things properly.
Yep. Yeah.
So, there you go.
Everyone keeping tabs on the old Olympics?
I watched a little bit last night, but then we switched over to, the Housewives, because I got to see, how Carlton's doing it. And Kaya and what?
I'm lost.
Kyle,
that goes.
What?
Housewife, I have no idea.
And Brandy and her fucked up nose. You don't know these people?
None of them. This is strangers.
Brandy was almost a supermodel, but she has a fucked up nose that drives me insane. It's so horrible.
Did it get fucked up from a nose job?
I don't know. I think so. It has a weird, it gets teeny.
Yeah, some people do that when they get those nose jobs.
It gets teeny in this one area that just throws off her whole fucking face.
Yeah, that happened to, what's his name? The fucking Olympic guy from Kardashians.
What? Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner's got the skinny fucking nose.
There's a strong rumor that Bruce Jenner is becoming a woman.
Yeah, there's a picture.
And no one is
crazy.
talking about it. And the Kardashians, the one thing I'll say about the Kardashians, they throw it out there.
Yeah.
They throw all this shit out there. And
he looks like a chick.
And they're pointing out that it looks like he's like growing boobs or something.
Oh, my God.
He's got a hairstyle. There's a new picture. He's got a hairstyle that's very, very popular with the women. It's like a reverse dye job, I guess, where they dye the ends blonde. Yeah. I just learned this yesterday by reading about it. I have no fucking idea, to be honest with you. And then he just had his Adam's apple shaved down.
You know who he looks like? Jackie O. He looks like older Jackie O.
And they're calling it radio silence for whatever reason. None of the Kardashians are talking about it, which makes people think that he just might be doing this.
He's actually, like, transforming.
His hair is getting longer.
Yeah.
This is what they know so far. His hair is getting longer. It's in a woman's style.
Totally.
With the dye job thing at the edges, whatever. Yeah. And he's growing his fingernails long.
Oh, boy.
It looks like he kind of has boobs, because he's a guy that has kept himself in very good shape over the years. And then he shaved down his Adam's apple.
And then all the surgeries on the face, and his lips look like he's getting collagen or something. What the fuck is Bruce Jenner up to?
And they're saying,
I was on a Wheaties box, for the love of God.
And you would think if people are calling you out on this, that you would say something. He's not saying anything, and none of the family is. You usually get a family member going, hey, fuck off. This is,
Olympic gold for the decathlon.
Right.
What happened?
So I don't know, man. That's
Why isn't anybody saying that?
I don't know, man.
Well,
that's not even the latest one, Sam. I don't think. Go to that is from TMZ. Oh, never mind. Radio silent with family. Wait, go back to the headline. Sorry. Radio silent with family over changes. Could you read the first paragraph?
Crazy.
Yeah, it says Bruce Jenner is going through some radical physical changes that could be fundamentally altering who he is. Yet he is telling his family nothing. TMZ broke the story. Bruce went to a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon and scheduled surgery for a laryngeal shave, which smooths out his Adam's apple. But he told TMZ, I just never liked my trachea.
But
you know what?
Isn't he 60-something?
You don't like your trachea, you should do something about it.
Why would you do that surgery?
Exactly.
I would assume he's at least 60.
Because he lost his mind.
Have you ever not like your fucking trachea?
Right.
How does that bother you? Your Adam's apple?
I've
never
noticed my Adam's apple before.
It's whatever it is.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
What's a nice Adam's apple?
You wish it was smooth, don't you? Wish I would shave it down.
I like a nice Adam's apple.
That's pretty good. Bruce Jenner looks like Billie Jean King did back in the 70s.
Yeah, look.
And he's growing out his nails,
He's growing out his nails.
Oh, boy.
Why would you grow out your fingernails? Is that a thing guys in Hollywood are doing? Is that a...
No.
It's not a thing yet. Okay. Because you never know.
And look, he is growing breasts. This is insanity.
Yeah, because they're not like man boobs.
No.
Plus, he's an athlete. He would know how to keep man boobs away.
Right.
You sure he's not sick? I don't know if he's got that thing.
I don't think.
What kind of sick turns you into a woman? Holy shit.
I don't know. But no one's talking.
Something there.
I just can't think of it either. I'm running through every disease. Physically, I mean.
No one be talking, no.
No.
So.
That's something.
It absolutely is. But I did watch the Olympics a little bit.
I'll bet.
A lot of those sports are for privileged people.
You think?
Were you able to grow up and do this as a casual sport?
No.
Were you allowed to go speed skating?
No.
Or do curling?
No.
I mean, most of us, if you lived in a colder climate, you got to ski a little bit, but that's about it.
Yeah. I guess with the Summer Olympics, for the most part, if you could run fast, you'll do pretty good.
Summer Olympics you can relate to because you did a lot.
As long as you can run.
You did a lot of those sports, kind of growing up and just fooling around in your backyard or whatever. But winter sports, that's for rich people. You had to have money to do most of these sports, don't you think?
We had a curling team in my high school, but I was never a
You
part
had a
of it.
curling team?
No.
Oh, wow. There you go. That was good.
That was good. See, you got to do it quick.
I realized that because I was going to...
That was good.
I wouldn't have lasted.
You saw the speed skating thing?
Yeah.
They took the gold away from that guy?
Yeah, it was like right after the race was done. I guess there were a couple of brothers.
Twin brothers.
Twin brothers.
Right.
And they had medaled, but it looked like they were going to get the silver and the bronze.
Right.
And this other guy comes through the timing, the timing gate, whatever it is at the end, and they have his time, and it's a gold medal run.
He needed like something .72, and he got something .72.
And they looked
on the nose.
They looked and went, "Oh no, we're going to take a 1/100th of a second off of your time." And
why?
I guess because they looked and. It looked like his hand was over the line first, but it had to be when your skate is over the line.
But isn't that automatic?
You'd think.
It's not automatic? I
don't know. I guess they review the picture, the photo finish.
In this day and age, they can't put something on the skate to make it automatic?
You'd think, right?
Because when you run road races, it's just automatic now.
Yeah.
Was it in your shoe?
You get oh God, I have to say this word. You get a chip.
What's that?
That you put on your sneaker, and then your time is, automatic.
Yep.
So you would assume they could do that with skating.
You'd think.
But they took a look and decided no, huh?
Yeah, so they gave it to the brother, one of the brothers.
Right.
And took it away from this guy.
Right.
Who then gets the silver, I guess.
And then he had to cry like a little bitch.
He had to bitch his way on the ice.
He had to cry like a little bitch.
With his little ice skates. Why don't you go do a twirl and fucking whine?
Right. Yeah. Snap out of it.
Yeah, go grab a girl and go fucking figure skating doubles. You.
Right.
Go figure eight and yell, ta-da, stupid.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty devastating, though.
It broke down like a little bitch.
A little bitch. But it is pretty cool to watch. Those motherfuckers.
I kind of like the speed skating. I'm enjoying that.
It's fucking insane how fast those guys are going.
Yeah.
How fast do they go?
How they can
7 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's not very fast.
Quicker.
But when they turn and they're leaning into some of those turns, it just looks like they should slide right out into the fucking wall.
It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. What else was on last night?
The big story last night was an inspirational story from Canada,
right?
Of course, with the freestyle moguls, and you got the guy, whatever the fuck.
Oh, the CP brother.
Yes, and they can't stop talking about it.
Are you a human being or not? Did that affect you, that little video package they put together?
No, it didn't.
Why?
It just didn't.
Why doesn't that pull at your heartstrings a little bit?
It annoyed me because it was pandering.
Well, there is some pandering.
It looked like it was pandering. I appreciate a brother's, love for his brother.
Right.
That's great. And the fact that the guy's got cerebral palsy and
that's
he
great.
goes, no, and he goes.
New sentence?
Yes,
okay.
New sentence.
All right. Jesus. So you're just adding on all the things that were great.
The fact that he was with his brother in Vancouver.
Right.
And now in Sochi. And it is. That right there is the end of it. But when they start putting the fucking, the music and the fuzzy lens and getting people to start crying, it's just knock it the fuck off.
The sunrise shot?
Yeah, the sunrise shot.
The sunrise shot where you don't really see the person he's walking.
The childhood pictures.
Walking to somewhere.
Yeah.
They always have to walk somewhere during a sunrise for those video packages. Where are you going?
And it was all well and fine.
Go have breakfast.
The package.
Yes.
The little package. That's fine. But then they showed him do his run.
Right.
And he wins a gold medal.
Right.
It's fucking amazing.
Second time, right?
Yeah. The guy tore it up. And they show his brother. This is Alex Billad. What's his name? Billadi. Alex Billadi. Billadi. And there he is. There's his brother.
And there's his brother Billad.
He wins, and they show his brother Frederick. And he's cheering, of course.
Right.
They keep the camera on him a little too long every time because he has just shit flying out of his mouth. His whole chin was wet. He was literally drooling.
Well, that's what
I know. I understand it's an illness.
The CP.
I understand. But his parents are right there.
Right.
You know the TV cameras are on you.
Right.
Wipe the kid's mouth, for the love of Christ.
They probably have given up on wiping his mouth at this point.
You know what? All the other days of the year, you can wipe his, not wipe his mouth. On the Olympics, when your other son wins the gold, and you know the camera's going to be on young Frederick, wipe his fucking mouth. It was foaming spit,
but you can't
coming down his chin.
But that stuff doesn't come through the TV. You're going to be all right.
No, I saw it.
You saw it.
The parents were actually they were actually concentrating on the moment and the win instead of worrying about the aesthetics.
Right.
Of perhaps their child's drooling.
Yeah, to make sure the other kid looks good.
Is that it?
And there they are hugging after he won the
don't
gold
know.
medal. I thought that was a great moment last night.
What's the story? The kid, one kid has cerebral palsy, and his brother's just in the Olympics.
Yeah, there's like a 6-year difference between the two.
Yeah.
I believe the kid with the cerebral palsy is older, actually.
He's the older brother, yeah.
Right. So.
And, he really does cheer it up for the brother. It's very nice. Sure he is.
He said that.
Yep. He did say that.
You got to have these little personal stories.
I hate the personal fucking story.
Why? You don't like a good vignette?
They always try to dig and find tragedy. Like they found what it is that there was one of the American female skiers. I guess she was doing the slalom.
Okay.
Something with the poles, whatever the one with the poles are.
Right.
And
was it giant slalom?
No.
Was it the wacky slalom?
It was, watch the poles. Don't fucking let them go on the other side of your skis.
Yeah, well, okay. Regular slalom, probably.
It was the American girl. It was her 3rd Olympics or her 4th Olympics or some shit like that. Okay. And she had medaled in 2.
Right.
And then she got the bronze last night. So they have that story, and it was great. And then they go, and her grandfather, who died last year. And there he is, like, he's got a couple, they show a picture of him, he's like, Arr! He's got, like, the 2 gold medals that she already won on him. And it's like, what the fuck? They gotta find a dead relative, a fucking disabled relative, some fucking tragedy. They gotta dig up.
Why can't they have just a nice, wholesome story?
Why does
it have to be something like that? And everyone's grandfather dies, by the way.
Everyone's got some tragedy.
That's barely tragedy.
Right.
You just assume that's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Right.
Guy looked old.
Guess what? My grandfather's died before I was 2.
There you go.
They die.
There you go.
They're going to die a lot sooner.
Really, Opie? Why don't you tell us about it as we do this radio documentary on you?
Right.
Greg Opie Hughes
my grandfather never
got into radio.
See me be successful.
Yet his grandfather never saw him do radio.
He dragged himself to death and died of lung cancer.
Do you wish your grandfather could have seen you?
I sure do.
But then Greg Opie Hughes overcame this tragedy and went on to... That's what they do!
Yeah, I mean, enough with grandfathers dying. That just happens.
It's not tragic.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
God, please.
If your grandfather's still alive by the time you're 10 years old, consider yourself lucky.
Most of them will walk around the house like those old dogs with the cataract eyes and the hair missing.
Right.
They smell bad.
You're kidding me? Now, a grandma will fucking survive a while for you.
Yeah, she'll fucking still get by that stove and start rattling some pots and pans for you.
But old school grandpas, fuck no, they were dropping at 60, 62.
Yeah. Old school grandpas.
Old school grandpas. I mean, there's some, the newer generation grandpas, they're hanging in there a little longer, but not our generation. We didn't really see our Do you remember your grandpa?
I remember my grandfather on my mom's side.
How old were you, though?
Let me think. Actually, probably 17 when he died.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Nice.
He was a grouchy old fuck.
Oh, they all were.
Francis. That's why my grandmother, Francis, why don't you order up some chinks?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Chinese food. He'd come in when we were eating Chinese food and be like, you all look like you're eating chinks. It's like, yes, Grandpa, we're eating chinks. he old school.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, just sitting in that fucking chair that was molded to him and watching the Mets. That was his life.
That was his thing.
Every single time I walked in that house, I'd walk up the stairs, look to the left, and there he was, in that chair watching the Mets.
Watching Ralph Kiner.
Ralph Kiner. Kiner's corner.
Bob Lindsay.
Yep.
He just died, Ralph Kiner.
Yeah, he did, 91. Yeah. And who was the other? And Murphy.
Bob Murphy.
Bob Murphy. Bob Murphy.
Was it Bob Lindsay? No,
Bob Murphy and...
Lindsay Nelson. Jesus.
Lindsay Nelson.
I should know this. Ralph Kiner, Lindsay Nelson, and Bob Murphy.
And Bob Murphy.
Bob.
Yeah.
I like this story with the CP kid.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not a complete fucking animal. I do.
I didn't mind that one.
I understand, and I think it was very nice the way they get along and everything, and how inspirational the brother is to the Olympic skier brother. Mm. But they just go too far with the pieces, with the dramatic, inspirational pieces. And again, I understand what Jimmy's saying. It's a big moment. The parents want to be into it. But you know what? Carry a little fucking napkin. Give the kid a little mouth wipe. The cameras are on him. They're on him. They know the cameras are on him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
And I was distracted. I couldn't enjoy the moment. See, I couldn't watch the moment and be like, because all I was like, ah!
But you're enjoying the moment because they told you to enjoy the moment because this kid has a CP brother.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Right?
Yeah. And then they couldn't stop showing him.
What's up with Bob Costas and his eye? It's getting worse.
Holy shit. It's both eyes now.
What's going on?
Dude, it's both eyes now. His fucking...
The whole Olympics is about him and his eyes.
His left eye was
that, right?
And
what
now
is it?
it's his right eye, too.
What is it?
I don't know. I think it's ricin. I think the Russians are fucking trying to kill him.
You think he's officially blind, but he's not telling anybody?
He's not telling it. Another story of courage.
What is going on with his eyes?
I don't know. I think it's
pink eye,
some type
but
of
pink
infection.
eye goes away quickly. I think that goes away within a few days.
I think he's got some kind of infection.
Proper attention,
some kind of eye infection.
Well, how do you get that? I don't want to get that shit.
I know. I'm watching, just going. I don't want
to get that shit. It was his left eye, but it seems like it's gone to both eyes.
It went to both eyes now. And he's got the glasses on, and his eyes are just runny and red, and the left one's half shut. Oh, it's terrible.
I don't remember him wearing glasses, so I guess he can't get contacts in at this point.
Yeah, no, he can't get a contact in there.
I don't remember him. I think he usually goes without the glasses.
It's like a kitten on the Sarah McLachlan commercials.
Yeah.
His eyes all... You know when he wakes up, how crusted shut those fucking eyes are? Probably takes him the whole day just to uncrust his eyes.
I asked for this yesterday, the retired Winter Olympic sports.
Oh, right.
We got the list.
Yeah.
Because they used to do some wacky things. There used to be something called bandy.
Bandy?
Mm-hmm.
The hell's that?
Ice hockey with a ball instead of a puck.
That don't sound very good.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Is that where the expression bandy about
probably
comes from?
Very good, Jim Norton. You would do well on Jeopardy.
Yes.
I went out for Jeopardy. There was a high school.
I did. Shut up.
I know. Now
You're
I can't,
smiling.
because now how is this going to sound after my last lie? There's no way I can sell this after my lie.
You're smiling, and then you're trying to trick us, and you go, all right, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get on. In high school, I missed it by 2 people.
See, you're
Look, he's just laughing. Now he's not even a smile. He's laughing. I missed it by 2 people. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
By the way, we have curling on. I think she's Swedish. There's a Swedish broad with dark hair and ridiculous blue eyes.
Yeah.
She's
very sexy.
Incredibly sexy. Ooh. If you can find a picture of her just so the boys could appreciate her.
Yes, punch her up.
I don't know if they're playing right now, but who's playing the curling right now?
It's China and the U.S.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're showing. Who knows what's live anymore? Oh, it's live. Okay.
So then another retired Winter Olympic sport.
Yeah.
Military patrol. They had to do cross-country skiing, ski mountaineering, and then rifle shooting.
Wow.
So what, they cross-country skied, then climbed a bit, and then shot.
Shoot. Yeah.
Then there was the ice stock, the German variant of curling. Competitors slide ice stocks. I guess that would be ice blocks.
Right?
Wow.
Block ice?
It's stolen Jewish art. And they push it
over an ice surface, aiming for a target or to cover the longest distance. Then there was skijoring.
What the hell is that?
I think that's how you say that. Skijoring. A person on skis is pulled by dogs, horses, or a form of mechanized transportation, such as a snowmobile.
Wow.
So that's some, like, gladiator shit.
That's skitching.
Yeah, exactly.
They're skitching.
Sled dog racing they got rid of. Winter pentathlon.
What is that?
Cross-country skiing, shooting, downhill skiing, fencing, horse riding.
Fencing?
And then horse riding.
They put fencing into the Summer Olympics.
Right. Speed skiing. This is insane.
Oh.
And I remember, I think this was still going on when we were, like, very young.
Oh, is this just point them downhill and see how fast you can go?
This is downhill in a straight line as quickly as possible. I do believe this used to be on Wide World of Sports or something.
Yeah.
And they would hit ridiculous speeds. Can you find maybe a clip of that? That's not her.
It's not her?
She's beautiful, too.
She's very cute.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of has very dark hair and like, crystal blue eyes.
Ooh.
Downhill in a straight line as quickly as possible.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I bet a lot of people got hurt.
Because is this one of them?
Oh, that's the speed record. These are like ski speed records in '97. I guess they were doing this. Just point them downhill. Yay, yeah, it's good. He's in a good tuck position. Wow, he's going pretty fast.
Get the fuck out of here.
There are so many ways to get fucked up doing that.
Well, he still fell at the end.
Right.
Wow. Holy shit. That's fast.
They have a camera under the, kind of like a GoPro almost.
Right. I think a guy died doing this. I feel like a guy died doing this probably a good 15, 20 years ago. I said the Swiss team, Jim. The chick Opie's looking for is on the Swiss team. I thought I said that. Or did I say...
You did. I thought you said Swiss.
Oh.
Maybe Sweden.
So you got that. You got speed skiing, downhill in a straight line as quickly as possible. Synchronized skating is not an Olympic sport anymore. 8 to 20 skaters skate as a team. Yuck.
How boring is that?
There she is.
Oh, get a good picture.
You gotta look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's pretty solid, isn't it?
Fucking eyes.
Nice, right?
Piercing.
Snowshoeing. Race-wearing snowshoes.
That sounds stupid.
And then ski ballet. Choreographed routines performed going down a smooth slope.
I remember that.
That's relatively recent. I remember that one, too.
And it looked so stupid.
Right.
They're trying to be graceful like they would on skates. But it's like they got these big skis on.
Right.
And it just looks like they're lumbering on the snow.
I think they got rid of that one only a few Olympics
recent.
ago.
That's gotta be.
Right. So.
My nose is stuffy.
Did you see the guy that took the GoPro down the downhill mountain? The men's downhill mountain? Yeah, this is an older clip, but
It's a man dancing on skis.
You can't be graceful with the poles.
He is, though.
I wonder why they got rid of this.
Oh, God.
Oh, this was an event?
Yeah.
I thought this was just a guy fucking around.
This was for medals.
That's boring.
How embarrassing to have a medal for that.
Exactly. He's just kind of fucking skating with skis on.
This is the proper language for this sport, too, by the way. You see the guy that took he's a commentator for NBC, and he wanted to show you what the men's downhill was all about, so he went down with a GoPro and then another, no, not even a GoPro, a camera.
Really?
To get that first man perspective. Holy fuck. If you haven't seen that video out there, go look it up.
That's amazing when you watch them going around those curves.
But he doesn't have any ski poles. It's the men's downhill. Yeah. I'm sure he's going a little slow, but not. I mean, he's going pretty fucking fast, and he's got a camera. I think this is
course is intimidating.
Intimidating.
Let's go have a look at it. Pushing out hard. It's already quite rough and bumpy, and you're onto this first tight turn.
Oh my God!
This is called the toboggan. Gotta come out high of this turn because we're setting up for the steeper.
How good is this? The guy can hold a camera and talk.
That's what I was thinking. No ski poles. And he looks like he has a GoPro on the tip of one of his skis. Jesus.
Good speed down here. 46%. Just ran a little bit wide. Coming out.
They get a blue streak so you don't lose your way.
Yeah, that's relatively new.
Wow, that is an insane start to the men's downhill. Now you've got the toughest part of the course coming up. Over the Russian trampoline. Massive flight.
He catches air.
Bumpy traverse. It's going to be hard on the ski here.
You'd be dead if you tried that.
Oh, without a
You'd
doubt.
just be dead.
Onto this section called Big Pan. 8 sweeping turns.
This guy's no kid either.
No. He must have competed or something.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. It looks like he's going pretty fast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, he's moving.
And obviously he's not doing an Olympic run, but this is crazy.
My legs are burning up. We've still got the 2 biggest jumps on the course to come.
Wow.
The first of these is the leg jump.
Oh my God, look at how
That's
steep
like
that is.
straight down.
How rough and bumpy.
This is a real crazy...
And you gotta stay in between those blue lines.
Relax. even out on the flat section.
He's holding a camera.
Right.
I don't understand how you can do that.
As we go over the deer
I
jump,
thought this was pretty impressive.
down here, tucking towards the line. Oh,
Where's the jumps?
wow.
Oh, he went over?
Wow.
I guess.
That is one of the most testing Olympic downhill courses
That guy should get a medal.
I've ever skied. And I raced 5, and I've skied 4 with a camera. That's tough.
Bravo.
That guy's a fucking show-off.
Yeah, put that
Good
up.
for your legs.
Wow.
What are we? Owen Day Show on Facebook and Twitter. So we'll put
Pop
that
that
video
up.
up there for you if you haven't seen it yet. So
Yeah.
wow.
That's intense.
What else about the Olympics? That was
Crazy.
about it, I guess. Last night.
Yeah,
The highlights.
yeah. Those.
And what's going on with the snowboarding course or something?
I don't know. I guess the pipe's a little dodgy this time around.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They're doing it. I'm not even sure when because it's goddamn time difference.
Right.
But Shaun White, I guess, goes today.
Is he the
At
tomato
some point.
kid?
He's the redhead. Yeah.
The tomato, but he cut his hair.
They did a little piece on
Flying
him
tomato,
too.
I think.
Yeah.
What was his tragedy?
Well, when he was on the pipe attempting something and went up and came crashing down on his back on the lip of the
Right.
pipe and had to go to the hospital and everything.
Right.
So they had this whole dramatic thing of him being on the pipe again and,
Right.
oh, what do I do? Oh, I can't get over this. I think he's scared or
You see
something.
the snowboarder that slammed the back of her head
Ow.
and cracked her helmet right in half?
Whoa. Really? I didn't see
Oh,
that.
my God. That was the other night.
Damn.
It was a slam back. Just how her skis caught or something. Just
Yeah.
flew her backwards really hard and just cracked her helmet right in half.
I don't know what it is about the Winter Olympics. They really aren't as watchable as the Summer Olympics.
Well,
They don't have the same watchability.
Right. There's the video. Watch it. See that crack? How she just slams
Man.
backwards
Yeah, she really fucking
and cracked her helmet right in half.
Did she die?
No, she's cool. She finished the course. She wanted to finish anyway.
Damn.
Wait, after this, she got up and finished?
Yeah, she laid there for a little bit. Maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then she got up and finished.
Did that hurt her time?
These fucking overachievers. Jesus Christ. They're in their early 20s, some of these fucking people, and the teens, and they're, at the Olympics. Crazy.
We're going to get help here. Ryan in Virginia. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, What's up, buddy?
Hey, so I don't know if there's any video of it because it happened during a practice run, but in '92, there was a speed skier from Switzerland that during his run collided with a snow machine. That
speed
had to be
skier.
absolutely brutal.
Speed
So I
skier.
wonder if Sammy can get off his ass and find that video real quick for us.
I do remember that. Okay, that was 92. Yeah, he was speed skiing and went off course or something and hit a fucking snow machine.
Hit
And
us.
secondly, Commie, you don't think the Winter Olympics are watchable. There's no black guys in it. You gotta love the Winter Olympics, man.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't say it's not watchable. I said it doesn't have the watchability of the Summer Olympics. I think the Summer Olympics do much better as far as ratings go than the Winter Olympics. It's just
Well, there's some pretty obscure shit in the Winter Olympics that's left. I know they got rid of a lot of pretty lame sports, but there's still some obscure shit. I mean, I can't get into curling, man. I don't understand it. I don't even know how you score it. How do you make points?
It's shuffleboard. That's all.
shuffleboard. You gotta get your little fucking stone in the middle of the target, and then you gotta prevent the other team from doing the same by
Shuffleboard
knocking
on
them
ice, and you get you get to sweep a little bit to
Yeah.
slow
that
down
was
the
the guy
stone, make it go
I was
faster,
thinking,
curve it a little bit toward the button.
Yeah.
It's called
I
the
was
button,
thinking-
right?
I always think of Jimmy going shucka shucka shucka.
That's what they're doing with the little brooms.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Shucka, shucka.
Got to be a good shucka.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Ryan.
What an aggressive caller.
I know.
I hate the way curling, the way the person who pushes it out slides perfectly, because the form, it's like you're doing a yoga pose almost when they push it out.
Yeah, when they first push it out.
Just ginger. Think, how much fun is that? What do you do with the curling? I'm the one they push out like a Hummel, and my arm is straight. I keep my arm straight. Big fucking whoop.
Very important, though.
Oh, yeah.
extremely
How do
important.
they not knock all the other ones? You know how fucking fast I'd trip over the other ones and bop them all over? Get yelled at?
Disqualified or something.
There's only, I think, 30 people that know how to do this properly.
Yeah. We're one to do it. Here he is. Look at him on the fucking ground.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing great
got
players
perfect
together in
form.
a very limited population.
There he goes.
Yeah, so get perfect form.
We're down to Skip Stones here in the 8th end. U.S. with
Oh, we're at the 8th end.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
China. First and 2.
What's this guy yelling for? They know where they're going.
He's telling them what part to sweep.
Just wants to make sure he does
Oh,
that was
nice, huh?
Wow, they knocked that other one right into the fucking gutter.
But he
That was
didn't.
nice.
He didn't land it on the button, though.
No.
But the button is pretty protected right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the other stone.
You got to slide straight out, ginger with your arm, perfect.
Yes.
And then you just yell, left, shave it, right. Fuck you, we're right here, we see it. I'm fucking meddling.
Food's here.
Oh, man.
Food's here. We're going to take a break.
Might as well, right?
Get into some other shit. A lot going on today. I wanted to play this yesterday. I don't think it's too late. The Beatles thing. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked a few of the performances. And Dave Grohl did an amazing version of Hey Bulldog.
Why wouldn't he?
So we'll go to break with this.
We were talking earlier before the show about a few political things going on, and Opie loves putting the "your boy" tag on various politicians.
Well, I said your boy Governor Christie's in trouble.
Your boy Governor Christie. I'm like, my boy? I don't...
Now they're looking at flight logs for his helicopter. There's a strong possibility that Governor Christie flew over the George Washington Bridge after the fucking lane closures.
For nothing more than just to look at the traffic jam and chuckle.
They want his helicopter flight log.
Yeah, they want the flight log. Who was on there? Because it might be one of the guys that was...
He was up in the air that day. They know that much. And now they want to see if they took a little ride up the Hudson River to see how traffic was on the GWB. Your boy's in trouble, brother.
Well, your boy de Blasio, Opie. Did you see the State of the City address? Start opening up that old pocketbook.
He's nuts.
He wants to pay for everything. He wants to elevate everybody. He's saying it's great. He's going to elevate everyone else. It's not penalizing the successful people. You're making more success stories.
Look, and I swear to you, like, it's annoying, but I have enough money. In the end, I know I have enough money. It's just really annoying when they want to take more from you. Mm-hmm. But this de Blasio is going to really fuck over the middle class.
He hates
They're the ones that are going to get really fucked, where they're going to notice major changes in their lives.
Yep.
Like, in the end, I'll just be annoyed, but I'll be able to do everything I'm doing today.
Yeah.
I know that. But, man, I'm from a massive middle-class family. No one is doing anywhere near as well as me.
Well.
And they're going to get hurt by this de Blasio bullshit.
Yeah.
What, to bring up the poor people?
Yeah. It's all
to
about
what point?
The poor for him. He's a communist. He's literally a communist.
He's the closest to a communist we've had in a very long time.
He's a commie supporter.
What's some of the shit he wants to do?
Well, of course, the wealthy.
We're talking about the mayor of New York City for the people that really don't know.
The wealthy will be taxed. Again. And it's funny because he goes, give a little more, and this little more and little more that all these fucking Democrats take, it adds up to be a lot of more.
And I wouldn't even mind the little more if I knew that it was being spent properly. But the government doesn't know how to spend your money properly. Let's start there.
It's going towards pre-K, pre-kindergarten.
But Governor Cuomo wanted to
child.
pay for that shit.
But that isn't it. Yeah, and you're right. Governor Cuomo came in and said, look, we got enough in the state budget where we can have universal pre-K for all the kids in your 5 boroughs of New York City.
That would be one less bill for the city, and this asshole goes,
He said no. You know why? It's not about just that. It's about redistribution of wealth. That's what he wants to do.
Right.
He wants to take money from the wealthy, that he calls it, which $500,000 in New York City.
It's not just the wealthy.
It's not the wealthy, by the way.
It's middle-class people.
Yeah.
Are considered, I guess, wealthy in his book.
He wants to take that and redistribute their wealth because that's the commie way to do it. And this guy is a fucking communist. And good luck. Good luck, New York City. I'm glad I don't live in New York City because I'd be outraged at this fucking prick.
I'll bring in my tax bills for the people. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Well, it's going
how
up.
much you spend to live in this stupid city.
A lot of programs you're going to be hearing about. A lot of entitlement programs. A lot of money being poured into areas that gives nothing back. And he'll say, oh, it's great. Everyone's going to come up. No, you can't. You can't redistribute wealth and make things called like ambition or fucking creativity, things like that. So it's just a waste.
Right.
Fucking waste.
Let me say hi to Petey in Texas. Petey's a good man. What's up, Petey?
Well, fellas, I wanted to tell you a little something about, like wanting to take from the top 1%. Man, they're mobile. They can leave. And on top of that, here on the talk radio, y'all down in Texas, go ahead, secede, go ahead, secede. Well, fellas, let me tell you, my family's been on our ranch now for damn near 100 years. My great-grandfather was doing well. And you know what's going to happen? God forbid Texas secedes. You won't have to worry about the knucklehead politicians. You guys will vote them out because you'll be paying $12 a gallon for gasoline. They need not be dicking with the top 1%, and they surely don't need to be dicking with the oil people.
I don't. But I don't think the Blasio thing is about the 1%. I really don't.
No, it's about redistribution of wealth on all levels.
I think this dips deep into the middle class. What some of his ideas.
You can't
and
bring
those are people that are going to get fucking hurt.
He's like, we're going to raise the floor. He says, raise the floor of
right.
so everyone can be risen up to a level. And he's saying the only way to do that is to lower the ceiling. Then you're taking from people that have achieved something, built wealth, done stuff, and. It's not an investment. It's a handout.
People think that everyone who has money is Bernie Madoff. Like, when you people picture take the top 1%, it's like, yeah, those are guys that's easy to go, fuck them, they're scumbags, they do nothing, they just capitalize off other people's work. I understand that emotion, but I don't feel a desire to give anymore. I fucking work every day.
Right.
Every
day.
Fucking day, and I go on at night. I'm not concerned with people who aren't willing to do that at all.
Yeah,
exactly.
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Let me ask y'all something.
Yeah.
Y'all are obviously middle class. Y'all go to work every day.
Middle class.
Do what you need to do to make y'all's money. Well, shit, what the hell y'all gonna... I mean, you're going to see a bunch of y'all get smart and leave them states with them freaking high ass.
Well, that's exactly it, too. It's de Blasio was talking about, it's time we have one city. He was saying one city... where everybody is equal. He wants this equality. He wants to raise the minimum wage. He wants all kinds of fucking programs, and the corporations aren't going to run things anymore. When these people leave, who's going to pay for anything? What incentive does a rich person have, or a corporation that employs a fuckload of people and is the lifeblood of any city? What incentive do they have to stay here when they could just leave and go to a more friendly city? Yeah.
Or third world country, like a lot of these corporations. They will pack their shit up and they'll haul ass to some Punjabi country. God only knows where, but I know one thing. It sure as shit ain't going to be in the great U.S. of A.
You don't remember the New York City with fucking Dinkins and Mayor Lindsay and even Koch? It was, it was devastating.
We'll see. Thanks, Petey.
Y'all take care now.
Yeah, right on.
They just waste
Petey.
so much money. I don't respect. I don't trust them. They waste. It's not like every dollar you give goes to something good, because I'm fine with that.
Right.
It's just the waste and the middle management and the overpayment, and nobody who works in government gives a fuck because they don't have any interest in the company they work for.
And it's a never-ending supply of money. It doesn't end. If the money supply gets cut off, people go to jail for it.
Right.
You have to give them money. So what incentive do they have to spend it wisely?
It's amazing.
It is amazing, and we just keep getting more and more fucked. Good luck, New York City, because I don't care. I would love to see New York City go back to the Death Wish days and fucking just the crack dens, the busted down. Remember what the Bronx used to look like? Holy fuck. The burnt-out buildings, just fucking square miles.
You think it's going to go that bad?
Probably not.
No, I don't think
so.
But
I wish it would.
That's going to get annoying, though.
You're going to see a definite tick down, though, in the quality of life, as they call it. Giuliani was a big quality of life mayor. You get rid of the squeegee guys, clean up the shit. Let's get, sanitation crews hauling garbage away. Let's get a lot of police out there so you don't get a lot of these nuisance crimes and whatnot.
And then Bloomberg did a good job. As much as we kind of...
He kept it going because he was a businessman. He saw what it took.
And de Blasio absolutely hated what Bloomberg did with the city.
Oh, yeah.
I think it ran pretty well.
What change?
I think it ran pretty well for most.
Bloomberg.
How do you hate that?
De Blasio gets out there now and talks about changing the city in this way, like people are mad at the way it is.
Like there was major problems with the city. There wasn't any major problems with the city.
I hate to inform this idiot, but there's always going to be income inequity, and there's always going to be wealth inequity. It's part of the capitalist system, you communist dickbag, and that's the only way it works. There will always be this inequity because there will always be people that are a little more creative than other people, a little harder working, a little more dedicated, or a little more lucky. You'll get that thrown in too, but that's the world we live in.
No, it's not the world we live in.
I hate that fuck.
It's really not the world we live in.
No?
No. We live in a culture where everyone gets a trophy.
Everyone gets a trophy. Oh, man, that fucking thing.
You saw that?
I saw that.
But we've done that bit a million times. I wasn't even going to bring it up.
But to read it was...
What was it?
Guy sent me a letter that was sent to all the parents for his kindergarten class.
I read it like 3 times to try to get it straight.
And then you get there's just so many assholes out there.
What do you mean, on Twitter? What do they sound like?
I don't feel like doing a voice today.
Come on.
I don't like being on the spot.
I don't feel like doing a voice.
I get embarrassed.
God, just for a second.
This guy is like, what's wrong with being nice? They're
nice?
Just trying to be nice.
There's no individuality anymore, is what it is, you dummy.
They're just trying to be nice. What's wrong with that? And then other guys like, oh, I'm fine with this because I was the fucking weirdo kid in class that didn't get any Valentines. I didn't get any fucking Valentines. I was one of those kids, too. I was very small for my age and all that shit. I wasn't getting Valentines, but
so you'd rather get a forced Valentine,
right? What would that do? And then, well, you want to read this thing?
Oh, it's fantastic.
So, but the guys are like, I'm fine with it because this is what happened to me. You're missing the point entirely.
You're totally missing the point. And by the way, if everyone gets one, it means that they mean nothing.
Exactly.
So you're still not getting one.
So at that point, I would suggest you don't do it at all.
Right.
Because this is ridiculous.
It's phony.
And then you notice that you have to give Valentines to guys.
Yes, everyone.
Did you notice that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's everyone.
Read that, Jimmy. This was an actual letter or newsletter that goes home to the parents, I guess. It's called Kindergarten News.
Dear parents, Valentine's Day is always a fun time in kindergarten.
Oh, Jesus.
The children are already expressing their excitement. Boys and girls wish to exchange cards in school may do so on Friday, February 14th.
Ooh, okay, good.
That sounds good.
Nice, yes.
The children should sign 16 cards, 1 for each student in the class. Mrs. Whatever her name is, students should sign and bring in 15 cards. After signing each card, place in the envelope. Please do not put any names on the outside of the envelope.
That was the point that I was like, oh my God.
So it's completely
meaningless, yeah.
Meaningless.
So you don't even, and here's why. They don't want you making maybe a little special one for someone else. Like if you do like somebody.
Right, you might put an extra,
I like that
you might
girl.
put a heart or something.
Yes. They don't want you doing that. So it's random. You just sign the fucking card and they grab them up.
Well, the reason is this will make it easier for the children to pass out the cards themselves.
How about they know the kids' names and you hand them out that way?
And stop with the bullshitting.
It's
making
lies.
it easier. Now you're just flat out lying. Why don't you say what that really is about?
They will give one to each person in their class. If your child chooses to exchange Valentine's cards in school, he or she should have one for each classmate. This will avoid hurt feelings.
Hurt feelings.
Please wait until Friday, February 14th. Yeah.
Can you believe that, though?
But
there's no individuals. You can't be an individual. You can't have a one-on-one kind of
Jimmy!
building things.
Look at Jimmy's face.
I have mixed feelings on it.
Oh.
But the hurt feelings thing is part of life. You're going to get hurt after you're out of the protection of a school system.
I agree. You're right. And I agree, and I hate the mentality of this way it will be easier.
Yeah.
The reality is, no one who picks up a gun and walks through a school shooting is one of the popular kids. It's always and I'm not saying you should gear every school policy.
Crazy.
But when you look at the fucking amount of people snapping and picking up guns and killing their classmates.
Not a lot.
But
I mean, it's
not a lot
compared to how it ever was before.
But school shootings are way up, and this shit has been going on.
School shootings are way up.
But well, so they seem, I guess.
No, the stats are fucking skewed because they're saying they don't say school shootings. They say shootings done by children.
Right.
And this is 18 or even 21. They've said and younger. It's not just school. They're adding in gang members.
No, I'm not talking about
killing.
that.
Well, no, they are.
But I'm
when
talking
they but when you say overinflated numbers of school shootings and say, well, they're on the rise, they're not.
But when I watch the news, there's more school shootings now than there were when I was
But I got
young.
a point. The school. All right, so if you think that,
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
Which is up for argument, obviously, if you listen to Mr. Cumia. So. But this culture's been around for a while, so it doesn't make your point.
But
we've done this PC shit for a while now, and school shootings are supposedly up.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that you have to give out cards so you don't get shot. I don't mean that. I'm saying when I was a kid, how often did you hear when you were younger about somebody murdering? I'm not saying it never happened, but it didn't happen at this rate.
No, you didn't hear about it at this rate either. There wasn't national news like there is now, and they didn't really cover city to city stories like that.
Well, I personally think that school there's more of them now than there were. I think that for whatever reason, maybe the mass coverage encourages more people to do it.
I believe that
feels
too.
like it.
That could be a part of it.
I believe that too.
But there's.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I remember
being a parent. I don't like it at all.
I remember when I was a kid, the kids that got fucking treated horrible. Like, I keep thinking of a couple of these kids, and I was one who got away with it because I was funny, but even though I should have been a fucking disaster, but I was like in the middle there. But I remember the kids that got treated awful. Like, that the rest of us just fucking... Because at that age, we didn't have the ability to go, well, you know, this is going to balance out. You're just not popular right now. We were little motherfuckers.
Right.
And we were motherfuckers to people who had nothing, and we were motherfuckers to the ugly kids. And it was like, it didn't teach them, like, hey, life isn't always fair, because some people got treated way better than they should have. And on the other scale, some people got treated way worse than they should have. And I got lucky kind of being in the middle and fucking falling between the cracks.
So why weren't people shooting each other up, like you said, when you went to school? With all this horrid behavior going on.
I think part of it is, again, the press, the way they cover it and stuff. That just seems like the solution. But I just remember the horrible way some people got treated. It's like, how important... I'm not saying
I don't think forcing kids to give Valentine's Day cards to everybody will take away from bullying. It's basic human nature.
I remember
people are going to be awful to each other.
I remember the disappointment of not getting any of these.
Yeah.
But I didn't obsess about it.
And if you're nutty enough to where, you know, I didn't get a Valentine's Day card in kindergarten, let me fucking snap.
And
no, but I don't mean it like that.
But my parents were also aware of my feelings and what I was going through, and they were able to kind of talk to me. I think with kids being raised by nannies and shit because both parents have to work is one of the major issues going on out there. We had parents at home that dealt with our issues every day when we came home from school.
Look at how fucked up we are. Not you and I, but like, look at like where we are. Like, it's not like we're this model, amazing society with all these, all the problems we have right now.
Right.
We're the adults.
But the solution is to take away any individuality that goes on anymore?
No, I don't think that's...
Zero tolerance laws.
And make believe human beings don't have feelings?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get into the workplace, your boss ain't going to deal with this shit and make sure everyone gets a Valentine's Day card or make sure they get a raise or make sure they get a special treatment. They're going to fuck with you. And then you're not going to be able to handle that because you've never had to handle this shit.
Kids of World War II veterans, like, you know, they didn't talk about anything.
Right.
And those kids, the veterans probably looked at like, you always got to talk about everything. Shut up. Like, generation to generation, we think we're getting softer and softer, and we probably are, and it's probably the right way to go.
We absolutely are.
But, I mean, again, none of us are shit compared to the Vikings anyway, so we should all act like, well, they were tough in WW2. Fuck them, too. They didn't go fucking door-to-door with an axe. like they did fucking 2,000 years ago. Fuck them too. So like they looked at talking about things as being a soft little pussy.
Yeah.
But then you look at how devastating it was for these guys not to talk about things.
Right.
Like when you see these veterans, they break down like, I wish we had that. So sometimes the way we look at shit, like, you know what I mean? Like the softening isn't always bad, I don't think.
It's not a all or nothing thing. Like that is good. Yeah. I agree with that. But then other things like this with the kids, like, you know, something for everyone. I don't agree with that.
No,
I can't agree with it.
No, why would you ever excel?
Yeah, why bother?
Why would you bother excelling at anything?
Why bother working at anything? When
why would you
just
work hard
going to
at
be
anything?
When everyone's going to achieve the same level of everything? Why would you do anything? That was the difference between us and the Soviet Union. There was no ambition or drive for them to do anything because no one was able to individually become successful. It was part of the collective. And this is such a collective thing. Individuality is the only thing that has made this country fucking amazing over the years, and that is going away. They want everyone the same level of income, the same types of jobs. You know, everybody's got to be a professional.
And let's not ignore the fact that not getting a Valentine's Day card sucks, but there's got to be a better way to handle that. Whether the teachers hand out special Valentine's Day cards so everyone goes home with something.
Sometimes a girl isn't going to like you and you're going to like her.
Right.
What the fuck? But now she's forced to give you a card? It's phony. I think that does more damage than anything else.
There's got to just be a better way.
Yeah.
To make sure the kids that maybe, you know, go home empty-handed are all right with that.
And
I don't know.
But you're not going to get the girl anyway.
What's up?
What happens? I think like getting rejected by girls and not having friends is far more detrimental. Like what happens in middle school or high school? Everybody has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or nobody's allowed to have one at all.
You're going to get. That's what I'm kind of saying. It's going to come out in the wash. Like the good-looking guys are still going to get the good-looking girl. Like that's not going to change. That type of stuff is. People are still going to talk to who they want to talk to and date who they want to date and spend time after school with who they want to spend time after school with. It's just these little weird things, which in the overall scheme of things, the little fat kid, the little ugly kid goes home with a card. You're right, it doesn't mean anything. But what the people who like each other want to do, they're going to do anyway.
But it's crazy that we're protecting all these human emotions like that. You got to go through that shit, unfortunately. When you go through some shitty times, it makes the good times that much better. You can appreciate the good times way more. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
My kid went to school last week with his Batman mask on.
Ooh.
It's one of those hardcore, really nice, solid Batman masks. He goes, I want to wear this to school today. I'm like, cool.
Kids are hilarious.
Yeah,
I want to go to school as Batman.
Right.
And I'd like to do that, go to work.
Right, with a Batman mask. So he walks in with his Batman mask. The whole class is like, oh, wow, he's got a Batman mask on. They're into it a little bit, you know. The teacher, within 1 minute, said, oh, they were cool about it, but they're like, oh, wow, you got a Batman mask on, but you know, you're going to have to put that in your cubby until the end of class.
Why?
I don't know.
Is there no mask policy for that reason?
Huh. I think they're not allowed to just, in general, bring outside toys into the classroom. It's
zero tolerance.
But why couldn't it be let them just wear it for a little bit and then you slowly, you know, fade out of it? But it was like, okay, but you got to put that in your cubby, and he's looking at me. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I don't see a problem with you know, a 3.5-year-old walking in a classroom with a fucking Batman mask where you can still see his face.
Yeah, it's not going to.
And who gives a fuck? That means everyone wants to come with a fucking mask on.
It's going to distract everybody when they're doing their calculus.
Right. But I just will never understand that shit.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how I feel about it.
It's a zero tolerance thing that I hate.
I just don't like this collective attitude.
Because when you look at like the jobs like years ago, like, well, you do this or else you go to college or else you just go out and get a great job. The jobs that a lot of people would have gotten many years ago just don't exist anymore. And they don't exist because we're progressing, like through computers and through fucking like GM jobs. How many auto workers are going to stand on a thing when a computer can do it and a machine can do it and much better? So it's almost like all the jobs we have, or say instead of 50%, 70%, are now going to be in this industry. It's kind of to everyone's benefit to have everyone moving forward in maybe a little bit of a better headspace and feeling better about themselves and more psyched about. I don't know. like, is it to our advantage to go, hey, fuck it, that's the way it works out, when, say, half the people are not going to be qualified to do anything that is available? If right now it's bad, where's it going to be in 20 years with like, manual labor jobs? I mean, you're always going to need cops and firemen, tough jobs like that, but...
The problem is it's not the majority. I'm in this now. I'm in this big time with this schooling shit. And you talk to any parent, they're like, what the fuck is this? They all just get annoyed immediately. So then you're like, well, why are they doing this then if the majority of the parents don't want it?
Do they speak out or no? They
Not
don't
really.
speak out.
Some do, but they'll just get shut down. It's school policy. It's in the school handbook. This is just the way it is. You know, people are shut down immediately if they bring it up. We brought it up with the teachers, and they go, we know how this is ridiculous, but, you know, this is just how it is. This is just how it is.
Why would you want everything watered down like this? Do you understand when you come in and sign the card and don't personalize it to any one person and everyone has to get one, how watered down and meaningless it is? And I know it's a kindergarten class. They don't know. But the bigger picture, this type of thing happens throughout the entire
all of
school and workplace and everything now. So it's like, why would you want to take something and take anything special out of it and just make it literally useless? It means nothing now. When you gave a girl a Valentine's Day and she smiled at you, and that was fucking great.
Right. You had the butterflies.
It was special. You got that card just for her. You didn't get it for anyone else.
Right.
It meant something.
Right.
This means nothing.
You might as well not do it then.
You might as well just not do
There's a guy, he's gone now, but he said an older school, so I think it might have been like junior high or something, they give pizza parties for anyone that, you know, gets A's in this class.
Right. Yeah.
And now the other parents, I guess, are getting involved, saying, "Well, we got to include all.
You can't reward."
Yeah, that was a story last week.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that kids who were like getting, you know, A's got a pizza and dance party, and all the other kids got to go to the dance party later, but the kids who excelled got a little extra treat. They got to go early and have some pizza.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Rewarding for excelling is now taboo.
Working your ass off.
It's bad. You can't do it anymore.
For the most part, you work your ass off in school, you can get A's too. Period. You really can.
Yeah.
A very small percentage of kids, maybe not so much. But most kids, if they just applied themselves and worked hard and did all their homework every night, absolutely could get A's. I have no doubt about that.
And you know what? There may be a few that can't. But you know, it's
not many,
basic
though.
Human nature.
But others choose not to. Others choose like, look, it's not important I get an A in trigonometry. I'm happy with a B minus, and I want to go fucking play with my Xbox.
I just think we're all independent beings. Why the fuck do they expect us to all act the same and be on the same level of everything? Like there are kids that are smart and there are kids that are little dummies. There are kids that are very good, kids that are very bad.
See,
and they should be treated individually.
Joe Rogan said it perfectly. He says, when you have kids, you want to nerf the entire world. Like, as a parent, absolutely, I want to protect my two kids at all costs.
Yeah.
But I see where this is bad. I'd rather him come home with a little disappointment and then sit him down and try to, like, you know, explain it to him and talk it out with him.
It's the bitches that'll get you.
You would think I'd want it the other way because you want to protect your kid.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want that. I don't think it's healthy in the end. I really don't.
This is a progressive-based curriculum and program that is thought up by these fucking people that have this weird idea that they know how to raise the entire fucking country.
And again, I don't have any kids. To me, would raising them a certain way, like, let's just say that they all have a little more self-esteem from this. Even if it's stupid, they're in kindergarten. What the fuck did I do?
Yeah, sorry, Jerry, I don't mean to interrupt, but the only reason I am is, kindergarten, it's easy to say, this is kindergarten, though. But this shit is happening to a lot older kids where they really do understand this way more.
But if it makes you feel a little bit better, and it kind of helps people who would normally have shitty self-esteem feel a little bit better.
Right.
How much does it, like, is it in the 20 years from now going to hurt us all where these retarded idiots are getting CEO jobs? Like, I don't think so.
I think on this level, kindergarten, if the teachers gave every kid cards that would be what you're talking about. They'd go home feeling pretty good about themselves. Yeah. But then on top of it, if the kids were allowed to individualize and give out cards as well, I think that would be a pretty decent solution.
You got a card in your hand that looks the same as the other kid's card. Your name isn't even on the fucking thing.
Right.
And like, that's supposed to make you feel any better?
Right.
Why? You might as well pick up a piece of scrap paper.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
It's just, you know what, this is all for the fucking ugly kids. It's just sad to see an ugly fucking kid.
Fuck them.
I know, but it's sad to see an ugly fucking kid who has
Build up
nothing
your
to do
sense
with...
of humor, you little douchebag.
Well, please, you're either going to be a comedian or you're going to walk in with a trench coat and fucking murder all of them and then yourself. But that's, you know what I mean? It's like these little ugly motherfuckers that don't get anything, and it has nothing to do with their ability.
Yeah.
They're socially awkward. Maybe they live in a weird situation.
Let me tell you something. They don't all grow up to be fucking killers.
No, of course not. Of course
not. You don't think that the character that is built by somebody being judged as an ugly student, let's say, and everything that they have to go through, you don't think there's some equity in that later comes out in his expertise in his job, as much as it does the handsome kid that gets everything and what he excels at? Like, don't you think there's a payoff for even that, going through those terrible times?
Exactly, yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I think that there will be enough of those. And enough of them where this is not going to negate that. Like, this is just a nice little stupid thing. Yeah. This is not going to negate all of the experiences you have as an ugly motherfucker not getting girl. Like, this is not going to change.
But they won't stop at this.
No, no.
This is school shit.
No, I've been through all the holidays already. There's no Halloween in my kids' school whatsoever. They didn't have Thanksgiving. They didn't celebrate any Christmas holidays. I say Christmas holidays, whatever, but any holidays around Christmas time.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Let's say hi to Mark, who thinks me and Anthony are idiots and Jimmy is right. What's up, Mark?
Oh, well, thanks for the call.
Oh. Yeah, Jim, you're right. I love you guys, but you're idiots.
Well, all right.
I would highly doubt I'm
all right, hold on. Let me address that. Let me quickly address that, sir. What? Just because I don't have kids doesn't mean I can't throw in an opinion on what the government is doing to raise our children.
And Mark, I got two kids, so I'm right in on this.
Let me tell you something, I hear you. You're making a big deal out of the Valentine's Day thing and some of the other nice things they do. But let me tell you, it's competitive out there. You'll see. Don't worry, your son will come home with disappointment. It gets very, very competitive.
Yeah, and you think he'll accept it easier if he's been coddled in school, or?
It's not being coddled. It's not that bad.
It's being coddled. When you're given a useless piece of paper under the guise that it's Valentine's Day and everyone has to get one, that's being coddled.
Yeah, I think so. I'd rather my kid have no cards when he comes home.
They don't know any different. That's just the way Valentine's is. Everybody gets a card. It's no big deal.
You know what?
Let me tell you, when it comes to academics and athletics, it's more competitive than we were kids. I'm the same age as you guys, and I'm telling you, it's way more competitive now than it is for these kids. You will have plenty of disappointment to deal with your son.
And I have Beavis, by the way.
Right.
I raised little Beavis.
Right.
He looks disappointed when I don't give him a Pounce cat treat. Very disappointed.
This guy makes a good point, though. Like,
I don't love it. Don't get me wrong. It has maybe gone a little bit too far, but I think you're drawing a big, wide paintbrush over this whole thing with how easy it has become these kids are coddled. They are not coddled. It's competitive in different ways than it was competitive for us.
There's different about academic competition and trying to keep people's emotions in check through this giving of every child the same things that every other child gets. It's different. Academic competition is great, and I think it should be harder than it was when we were growing up. But trying to lump everyone into one thing so their emotions are all evened out is retarded.
Right. You can't go to school in a Halloween costume. That's ridiculous. You can't celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or something because other kids will be their feelings will be hurt.
Yeah.
I'd rather my kid learn about all holidays than no holidays.
Our kids do wear costumes to school. I don't know. I mean, maybe you picked the wrong school. I think
I'm starting to think that, to be honest with you, Mark. To be honest with you, I'm starting to think that because I've seen other kids my son's age, and they go to different schools where they did go to school with Halloween. I like that.
But as a parent, parents are the ones who complain. And most of these things are done because parents complain.
It's absolutely about the parents.
And that's
not about the kids.
Parents complained, so the school did something. Other parents just sat there and took it.
Well,
it's like,
true.
look what the Duck Dynasty experience should show everybody what happens when enough people push back. They buckle every fucking time. 5 parents complaining against 75 parents going, absolutely not. We'll lose every time.
And the Duck Dynasty thing is a fascinating experiment because they did bring them back and the ratings are way down. Still doing very well, but not the crazy numbers they were doing.
But probably not for that reason. They probably would have gone down. That's just sometimes the progression with these shows. You know?
Right. You would think more people would watch after the controversy, though.
I think a lot of this goes back to what you guys started was, I think a lot of this traces back to the whole bullying issue, which I don't know if there's a good answer for it, but I'll tell you.
Dude,
as a parent, as a kid who's been bullied. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But I'm so sick of this bullying shit because I got to tell you, bullying is way worse than it ever was. It's just done differently now.
It is. I agree. That's what I was going with.
Oh, okay. They're online bullying the shit out of each other, these kids. It's way worse than it ever was. In the old days, when you got punched in the face for being an asshole, it kind of straightened you up a little bit.
Yeah.
It really did.
I agree with you. I think that's where I was going. I think they think they've got it under control, but it's just as bad. And now they have these zero tolerance policies, and they're catching maybe the wrong kids. It's kind of a mess. I've had a kid who's been bullied, and he's gotten in trouble for fighting back. So it's really, I think that's what the problem that they're trying to solve is, and they don't know how to solve it. But I just don't want you to think that it's all that easy. It's pretty competitive out there.
I think the old school bullying in like the schoolyard is almost, way better. But now the bullying has moved to online and
yeah. It's a lot more
other places.
Well, the reason it's like this is because this great generation that we think didn't do a good enough job. The parents we had, that generation, didn't stop it.
Right.
So if they had been this fucking super generation and stopped that shit, we wouldn't be dealing with it now. But they didn't stop it. They didn't do anything about it, or they did not enough. So now this is not just coming out of nowhere. This is trying to stop something that had the ones that were saying they knew what they were doing. Had they fucking done it better, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that people who are fucking absolute fuck-ups and do nothing should just be rewarded. I'm not an idiot. But I'm talking about people who are, like, by no fault of their own. It's like, look, some people are just, again, little fucking ugly, weird kids. And it's like, believe me, the life is going to take care of the people who are qualified.
Right.
The fucking smarter kids are still going to be in the chess club. The more athletic kids are still going to be the athletes. None of that shit's going to change.
It does. It all works out. Those participation trophies, they
don't mean anything.
It all goes away.
They're disgusting. But, my dad, God rest his soul, he ran a basketball league, and he understood how kids could go home rejected. We had an awards dinner every year. So he gave everybody something, and those kids went home like, look, and you could tell, like, the kids that really gave a shit about basketball were like, whatever, But to those kids, they were so excited they went home with something. Yeah. But then he gave out real awards. That's all I'm trying to say here. That's what the teachers could do. Make sure every kid has a stupid Valentine's Day card, but then you allow some of that individuality. The kids that didn't get anything, they're going to go home with the card from the teacher excited. Trust me. They really will.
It still exists. You think even though the schools and the teachers are trying to level the playing field, if you talk to these kids, once your kid gets a little older, you'll see. You talk to them, they're still the cool kids, they're still the geeks, they're still the nerds. As they get older, the burnouts, they have different words for them now, druggers, whatever. But it all still happens. It's just they keep it quiet. They don't talk about it as openly, and they pretend like they're doing something. They're trying. I mean, what are they supposed to do, not try? I guess they have to try to do something.
I think what's going on, though, there's a minority of parents that don't want their kids to have their feelings hurt, so then everyone else has to kind of buckle. And like Jimmy said, maybe it's time for the majority of the parents, because that's truly what I do see so far, really should speak up. Me and my wife have spoken up about it, but you get shut down immediately, like, it's just the way, it's in the handbook, this is how they've been doing it for a while, I don't know what to tell you. But at least we try, and maybe others should try as well. well, and I think certainly some of the parents in my kids' classroom that they're trying as well.
You need to march down there and pull that kid out of that wussy school.
I don't think you're wrong. I'm starting to wonder, you know. Thank you, brother.
I'll tell you, it works out. It works
All right,
out.
thank you. Let's go to Dan in Jersey. Dan, you
hello?
Dan the man?
Hey, sorry about that. Good morning, guys.
What do you got, brother, before we take a break?
All right. You know what? I agree with both points, but to be honest, Jimmy, you're a little wrong here just because do you think that, like, if Mark Zuckerberg got fucking Valentine's Day cards or laid in middle school, that he wouldn't create a social networking site to outreach, like, for every person?
No, I don't.
I would bet Zuckerberg did not get a Valentine's
Probably not,
Day
no.
card.
But then again, if Hitler was a good painter, there'd be a lot more people. I mean, I know what you mean.
Hitler's work.
You don't need to pick the absolute
the painting.
extremes. Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
I mean, like, for every kid that doesn't, get the recognition or whatever, sure, they could grow up to do bad things, but for every one of those, there's also a dozen that become, like, Apple CEOs or nerds or, artists or musicians.
But I think they will anyway. Like, if that negated it, like if giving cards to everyone created sameness in such the sense that you wouldn't have the Mark Zuckerbergs or the Slashes playing guitar, I would agree with you. But I don't think that these little things. I think that they're just helping some people who would feel horrible feel a little bit better. I don't think they're going to negate greatness. They're not going to stop geniuses from being geniuses or science geniuses from being or funny people from being funny. I don't think it's going to be nearly that extreme an effect. I think it's just helping little shittier feelings kind of not be there all the time.
You got to look at your own experiences and what we talk about on the show a lot. And realize that those experiences do make a big difference. I think you're kind of downplaying those experiences and what they contribute to who you are now, and the good and the bad, and where you are right now in your career and whatnot. I think it did have a big impact on
where I am right now is absolutely luck. I worked hard, but had I had a gun at that age, I would have shot myself. It's not a question in my. Do you understand?
We get in a time machine,
yeah, right? Where's my DeLorean?
If I had a gun at that age, I, without any question, would have committed suicide.
Wow!
It's not even a maybe or a, I think I know exactly.
Right.
I would have done it in a moment.
Okay, listen.
It's all those things that leading up, like you have those life experiences that molded you into a great comic. If you were coddled at that age, you never would have been able to flourish and have these different things and quirks that make you good.
I know what you're saying, but I don't think it's that extreme where the coddling is so much that personalities aren't going to become personalities. But I do know what you mean. I just don't necessarily agree.
All right, I got to go. There's a couple really good calls. There's a bullying expert wants in.
Expert? What, he just bullies people?
Yes, he must be management here.
You got
he's our agent. He's constantly the victim of
it. Very good. Joe in Yonkers. His wife's a principal. What do you got, Joe?
What movie?
Huh?
You guys at the show, you don't know how many nights I want to grab the fucking phone from my wife.
Oh, why? She's talking to the janitor with a dildo?
No, she'll get the phone call. My son was bullied on the bus. What are you going to do about it? They'd be in her office at 8:30 in the morning, standing over. What are you going to do about my son getting bullied? I remember when I was younger, and you tell me, if somebody fucked with you on the bus, did you not go to the kid's house, or your father or your brother go to that fucking house?
Yeah, something was done.
Oh, yeah.
The bus was no man's land, too. The bus had nothing to do with school.
Wow.
It was like,
it really was.
Yeah.
God, that's a great way to look at it.
That was, you needed safe passage to school.
School was relatively safe,
Right.
and then home, of course, very safe. And that bus,
boy.
right? Anything went.
Anything goes.
The fucking bus driver was on crystal meth, so he didn't give a fuck what you guys, what we did, right?
Yeah, my kid's getting nasty texts. What are you going to do about it? Go fuck yourself. Pick up a phone and call the fucking parents yourself.
There are so many avenues to pick on people now, too.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
The problem, too, is all these fucking soft cunts, when we were growing up, made their money, fucking, internet money, all this other bullshit. So now they got a voice. They pay a lot of money in taxes, so they think they can fucking delegate whatever they want. And their little fucking cunt kid can't fucking protect themselves. They go run to fucking mommy and daddy.
Well, yeah, but, dude, were you a big kid when you were growing up?
You know the funny thing, I was a big kid and all these other little kids used to fuck around me, but I'd throw a kid down a fucking flight of stairs. That was the last time he fucked with me.
Well, yeah, you could do that, though. Like, I know, dude, if I could throw someone down the steps, my life, you know, Colin Quinn has a really brilliant joke about Gandhi was all about peace, but then again, because he was 130 pounds soaking wet. and I think, and I don't want to ruin Colin's joke, but he goes, I know some guys who think a left hook can cure cancer. Which is really such a brilliant observation.
Colin.
But it's like, if you're able to do that, it's different. But like, there are kids that, like, yeah, they got glasses and they can't defend themselves like that. And it's like, what are they supposed to do on the bus? Just go there and get their fucking asses kicked every day? It's not right.
But though, if you teach them right, like I tell my kid, it's funny because my wife's a principal, so I tell my son, anybody ever fucks with you, you jack him in the nose, and he'll never fuck with you again. And my wife's looking at me like, what, are you crazy? But I'm like, what are you going to do? Because I got to be honest, too, when I was young, there was 2 kids left back. They were like 2 years older than us. They used to fuck with me. You know?
The left back bruisers.
That was the kid, the fucking
They got beards.
The kid that fucking, 2 Albanian kids that were left back. They were like 15 in 8th grade. I finally threw the kid down a fucking flight of stairs the last time he fucked with me.
This guy loves throwing people down the stairs.
But let's say you couldn't do that. Let's say you were a really small guy and you couldn't do that. Then what would you have done?
I still would have fucking jacked the kid up because you know how many years I went? At least 2 years with these 2 fucking idiots in my class. And I was like, I know it's not the right thing to fucking hit this kid, but I can't take it anymore.
Right.
And I don't want a kid to grow up feeling like they got fucked. It's like you get raped almost, you know, Jimmy?
Yeah.
I said that to you.
But, you know, when you feel like you can't defend yourself, it's a fucked up feeling.
I agree with you. The one thing, if I could go back in time, I would have like learned how to defend myself better.
Yeah.
I would have taken up like karate or some kind of fucking MMA type of shit.
Yeah, be with Brazilian jiu-jitsu. A lot of that bullying will stop. All these fucking kids will rip your arm off.
Something though, just so I had that tool if I needed it or had to. Not that I would, walk around beating the shit out of people, but I wouldn't have felt as vulnerable. I was definitely a small kid that got picked on.
But think about it then. Even if you would have one time fucking punched somebody once, maybe even punch the fucking guy first.
I don't know. Then you just get your ass beat the next day when he comes in. That shit never works.
Nah.
And sometimes it will stop a bully. And this guy's not wrong. Protecting yourself is really a smart way to do it. But again, how does that train you for the real world? Like, you go to a job, and there's some asshole in the sales office that you work with who's kind of alpha mailing you. What are you going to do? Get up and smash him in the teeth with a laptop? You got to fucking...
That kind of used to happen before human resources. People got some shit done at work.
Smash him in the
But who wants to work at a place where guys are getting punched in the face in the office?
That'd be great.
Who wants to work there?
Well, as long as we can hang up our calendars still.
Yeah, there's other inter-office politics and ways you can, alpha male, the alpha male.
All right, listen, I gotta go, bro. Just because it's because we got a bunch of guys and ladies that went in really fast here. We got Ray in Oklahoma. Go ahead, Ray.
Oh, you doesn't hastic.
Oh, I tell you said it perfect. I got a boy, he's 12. He's always been a big kid, and from the time he was like 5, I put him in a wrestling program, and not only does it teach them how to take care of themselves, but it also teaches them self-discipline to where they know they don't have to go around beating the shit out of people.
I think it also gives you a bit of confidence that people could kind of smell when you're growing up. You know what I mean? You have more of a confidence about you where maybe bullies are gonna go, oh, all right, I ain't fucking with that guy. Who knows?
We got some little guys that are like fucking 12 years old. They're fucking 80 pounds, and you don't fuck with them. And, they don't go around causing trouble. But I guarantee you, if you mess with those kids, they'll fucking take you down, put you in a fucking scissor, and rip your groin apart, and you don't fuck with them anymore. That's just the way it is.
This is old school shit, man. Can you imagine if your kid did this at school now?
MMA, dude.
Right.
That's what it's all about. Rogan, everybody talks about, how wrestling is the foundation. And, of course, my kid plays football, baseball, all that shit, too. But he doesn't have to pick on people, and nobody picks on him. Another thing that's good about it is he doesn't tolerate somebody fucking picking on like one of his friends that might not be able to take care of themselves. He'll step in.
Yeah, there you go.
I was just listening to Joe Rogan's podcast at the gym yesterday, and he was talking about the MMA fighters and their background. And he says the majority of MMA fighters had horrible upbringings, and that's why they're MMA fighters.
When we've talked to them, it's like,
oh, he said that?
No, I'm just saying, like, when we've spoken to a few of those guys, when they delve back into their youth, it's like, oh, okay, there's always some twisted fucking thing.
They just had a horrible upbringing with, mostly their home life.
Yeah, the brothers fighting them, right?
Or he did say in the podcast as well that a lot of these guys were bullied and picked on at school, and this is how it turned around in their lives. They became fucking MMA monsters.
Yeah.
Well, I got one thing for Jimmy.
Yes.
And Jimmy, I love you to death, but I got to tell you, man,
I hate the butts.
Children are a reflection of their parents.
I'm sorry?
Children act the way that they are allowed to act.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
So,
So but kind of going with that point, I kind of glad you said that, because when you're dealing with 17-year-old, when you're dealing with kindergarten fucking children, they don't, like, we're all talking about this as adults who can compare and weigh hindsight and experience. Like, when you're a kid and you just feel like a piece of shit, you don't have the wherewithal or the mental ability to go, hey, you know what? It's not my fault. My parents suck, and this kid's got bad parents. That's why he's bullying me. You don't have the. We can form this stuff as adults, but as a kid, you just know you're getting beat up and you feel like a piece of shit.
But I think that's where teachers are very important.
Right. So what are they supposed to do?
They could sit down the children and give them a good talking to and try to explain things to them. I guess I don't know. Parenting is a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah,
it is a motherfucker. It is a full-time job for real, and a lot of parents are shitty at it and then are lazy with it. Unfortunately, and that's what you have to deal with your own kid. That you have to now, put them in an environment where there's kids that aren't being, raised properly. It sucks.
Yeah,
and I don't even know what the real answer is. I just know parents should fucking work harder at parenting, but.
Like all this stuff about it, like, hey, all these kids are getting stuff they don't deserve, and Valentine, like, that's just, again, that's been happening forever. It's almost like, any parents with influence have been getting what they want for their kids for so many years. And it's like, how does that train you for the workforce? When we came up, you're going to tell me there weren't fucking parents who were much better connected or had much more to do, that kids got into better, had better opportunities, got into, come on, there's always been that way. It's always been that way.
But it happened to us. We didn't get Valentine's Day cards. Most of us in the room. I was all right with it. I remember being sad, but I wasn't, like, devastated by it.
Yeah.
I just wasn't. I moved on to something else.
Yeah, you're kind of like, oh, fuck, I would have liked to get one.
But then when you did get one, because it did happen eventually, it made it that much more special. You're like, oh, fuck, this is awesome.
I might fuck her.
Right? We're going to get married.
Yeah,
married.
Plenty of heartbreak will be coming. Don't worry.
Let's go to Ron in Jersey. Ron.
Hey,
hi, Ron.
You're a bullying expert. You want in on this.
I like to comment about the bullying expert. I'm actually an expert on bullying and being a victim of bullying. I do workshops, and I actually had to stop doing workshops for teachers in schools because teachers can't do anything anymore. Ever since zero tolerance, like you said, Anthony, before, happened about 20 years ago, which is all about just guns and it's all about weapons, now schools just don't want to be responsible for anything. That's the biggest thing. I mean, a kid, a first grader, got suspended for kissing a girl on the hand about a month ago, and they called it sexual harassment.
She was scratching her crotch at the time.
Yes, it was by a substitute teacher.
You hear that shit, though? Yeah. Sexual harassment, they called it.
But that's the big...
For a first grader.
Yep.
Yeah, the first grader.
That's insane. They got to take back the schools.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
The teachers and the principals and the administrators, they got to take back their schools.
Well, they're afraid because what happens is everything is like, oh, we stop bullying. Christie has these anti-bullying bills, this and that. A parent of a bully who's probably a bully walks in and goes, I'm going to sue you. And the superintendents always go, you know what, forget about it. Your kid's not a bully. You're fine.
No, most people who sue are probably not bullies, sir. They're fucking... and again, this is a lot of it comes from the people who don't know how to raise their kids right, or they're just too lazy. Maybe their kids were bullied, but it's all parents suing.
Right.
It really is all parents suing. So parents have brought this on themselves. People like me don't, and Anthony, we don't give a fuck. We don't have no kids.
Right.
We don't even hear about this shit.
Right.
It's parents suing the school systems.
Right.
So if people who are complaining about this, your fellow members of the public are the ones who did it. The school didn't just do this for no reason. It was because they're tired of getting sued.
Yeah, school's just becoming a shitty place.
The day
it always was, I guess, but...
Yeah, it's like the day that a school actually stands up to a parent of a bully and says, you know what, F you, try to sue us because our attorneys are going to be better than yours, and they actually take a stand, then all the other schools are going to go, oh, wow, we can actually stand up to a bully because it doesn't make sense. It's not going to trickle down. Teachers have no power anymore. They kick a kid out, and then all of a sudden the principal says, oh, I'm too busy. Here's a kid back in your classroom. Deal with it. And that's why it doesn't work.
You're right. However, what you're forgetting is a very important part.
Yeah.
The school has to pay their attorneys to defend against the lawsuit.
Yeah.
The law, I know, like, that's the most common thing. Fuck it, they'll sue, they ain't gonna win.
Right.
What do you think, the attorneys do that for free?
Right.
You think they write you a letter? Hey, you were right, we won. This one's on the house.
Yeah.
They send you bills for thousands of dollars.
That's why I don't know what the answer is, because Jimmy's absolutely right. That's a major expense for a school district.
Yeah, sure.
And parents can just sue, and how many parents are lawyers?
Right.
They can just file motion, and it's like the school's supposed to just defend against thousands of parents over the years? Come on, man. It doesn't make it's
Wow, this is it sounds like a no-win situation.
There sure is no clean-cut answer.
Oh my God, no.
But I mean, that's a big part of it.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to go one more call, then we got to move on to some other shit. Chris in West Palm Beach.
What's up? Good morning, boys. How are you?
All right, brother.
All right. I don't have to deal with the holiday thing because my boys go to Catholic school. But down here they have a new thing with education. It's called Common Core. So my boys are,
yeah.
You've heard of this?
Yeah. They were doing a story on it last night. Some parents are pretty pissed.
Okay.
Yeah, my boys are 8 and 11. So my 8-year-old is in 2nd grade. So if one kid could spell the word cat, the next kid could spell the word school, and the third kid could spell Mississippi.
Put it all together.
And they're all challenged. It's fine. So my kid might have to spell Mississippi, and the other kid writes cat and dog, and they both get 100.
Again, see? It's this
Wait,
collective...
I'm confused.
This collective experience.
I'm confused.
All right. If it's about personally challenging each child. So if there's my 2nd grader is 8, and there's 19 kids in his class. One kid could spell the word cat and be challenged by it. One kid could spell, we'll say, a bigger word, school, and be challenged by it.
And then you got one kid that can spell Mississippi. Okay, I got it. So what's as long as you spell cat, you get a passing grade, I guess?
You get 100, just like the kid. But if kid that spells Mississippi, if that word's challenging him, he gets 100 too. The whole class doesn't have to spell Mississippi or the word school.
Yeah.
They could just spell cat. And
but what's the test? What's the question? Spell Mississippi?
Mississippi.
Very good, Jimmy. We love you when you come down.
He's just using like an example.
And you're very good at explaining
He's just
things.
using that as an example.
Right.
It's pretty much as long as the entire collective of students.
Right.
It's almost as if you ask the entire class to take one test. You have the ditto with all the questions, and all the kids gather around and go, oh, I know this one.
Okay.
Oh, I know this one. Oh, how about you? Oh, I could answer question 3.
Okay.
And now you get the test. It's 100.
Right.
They all get 100.
Even though one kid obviously can only spell cat but can't spell Mississippi.
But thank God some other kid in the class could do it. So it's, again, this collective experience of, hey, the class knew this.
But you know what that's about? That's probably about keeping GPA up, because if the if the grades aren't kept up, then all of a sudden the school doesn't get funding and they don't get their new computer. Like this, that's probably pressure just coming down from the school board on the principals and on the individual teachers.
And they come up with this idea of how to get their GPA.
Because you can't come back and go, he's a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, what am I going to do?
The schools always get blamed when kids don't graduate.
Yeah.
So it's like parents aren't going to blame themselves.
Yep.
Right, yeah, I'm 44. I was born and raised in Staten Island.
Congratulations.
I live in West Palm.
Great. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm 45, so do it for one more year and then call me.
Very good, Jim.
Combative guy.
But, I mean, it's not like, you had the kid who was in special ed or the kid who needed tutoring after school. No, now it's just whoever could do whatever. We're all happy with you.
Whoever could do whatever.
Right. All right, brother. Thank you.
All that stuff is how necessary is it to, even those little things they're learning.
Yeah.
Once again, like Ray Kurzweil said, when Google becomes intuitive, you're just going to know shit anyway. Yeah. Like, you don't even have to know stuff anymore. Like, because you're allowed to use calculators for math. You could just go, who's the president of Albania? Doo-doo, it comes back.
But it doesn't even seem like they're adjusting their teaching. teachings, I should say. Now that we do have this tool that's called Google, half the shit you don't even need to learn in school. You're just going to learn it over time anyway by looking stuff up. So why would you have to memorize that shit? Seriously.
Well, what if you want to get a job over there in deepest, darkest Africa, where they don't have all this technology?
But if there's a question they're asking you on a test, and we all have phones, and, well, here's the answer.
Yeah.
Then what are you teaching them?
I don't know. I guess you're teaching them how to figure out things for themselves.
Trying to give their brain a workout.
Put 2 and 2 together yourself.
Teach them how to use Google properly.
But and
Makes
you're
it a lot
also,
easier.
You're also just trusting somebody else's information instead of gathering up evidence and figuring it out in your own head.
Drawn out history classes.
Yeah.
That's all a waste of time for people our age because it's all right there for us.
Well, it's also those prepackaged curriculums, too. When you had an interesting teacher that was kind of, fun, could spin a yarn, tell a little story.
God, how
that
rare
was a little better.
How rare were those
yeah,
teachers?
Now they just get these fucking curriculums mailed to them and hand them out.
As soon as you said that, I guarantee most people out there just teachers' names popped into their head.
Yeah.
And only a couple, maybe 2 or 3 in their entire schooling.
Yeah.
For me, it was Mr. Fincher. There you go.
Oh.
He was off book.
Off book. That's what they got to do.
He really was. He was like the cool teacher. We all have that one cool teacher.
Yeah.
He was the one who's like, yeah, it's fucking warm outside. Let's just do class under a stupid apple tree. Yeah, let's do that.
Man. You see that hippie teacher?
Yeah, but then you had...
Okay, Opie, we're going to go outside today.
But then you had the uptight teachers that couldn't even, think outside the box in that way whatsoever.
Oh, it was all
by
the book.
By the fucking book.
Yes.
I just think of these kids, man, that I went to school with that got bullied, and because their family was very poor, and they lived on the street. They had a tiny, shitty fucking house, and they were always the dirty kid. But again, they were young, so that's how you're fucking raised. Your mother's a slob. That's what you go through. And they were just treated like shit. And I mean by the because we sensed that they were different, and everyone would fucking torture them and fucking, they were just treated hard. One of the kids, like the younger brother, wound up taking an aerosol can and lighting a match and fucking setting somebody on fire with it. Like, you get pushed and I'm not saying you're going to avoid all that shit, but if they had just been treated a little bit better, like maybe not pushed to that fucking extreme because they had shit beyond their control, maybe that wouldn't have happened. Like, they didn't, we can't say, well, why didn't they just adjust their self-esteem? They were too young to know how to do that.
I think it's 2 different subjects, though. I'm not for kids being bullied in school, trust me. But the Valentine's Day thing, I think it's 2 very different issues.
Yeah.
I don't think any kid should have to go to school and be bullied.
No.
Fuck. That's for sure.
But you know what I mean? Like when you mention bullying, like some guy would go, hey, tell him to kick his ass.
But
it's easy if you're big. You
can't do that.
Yeah.
But they're full of shit. You see all these bullying programs, like We're Stopping Bullying and stuff. And it's way worse.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to bully someone because of this online thing. We didn't have that. You had to be right in front of the person to bully them. Now you just fucking find their... they're whatever the fuck the kids are up to this.
All their information's out there.
Which one are they on now?
You gather it up.
They're moving around quickly.
Yeah.
Snapchat, is it now? Is it still Instagram for the kids? Where are they at?
Snapchat.
No.
We just could quickly fucking beat the shit out of them online. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you gather up information and then you just use it against them. They have some good technology bullying.
Let's get funny after the break.
Oh, what?
Let's try to get funny. Did you see that video?
Which one? The one that you sent out?
Yeah. We'll play that after the break. Waiting for a mate. Bill Burr is all about this as well. Someone just tweeted this to me. I want to check it out. And then there was something else. Oh, the Laurence Fishburne thing, of course.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
We're going to have some fun stuff next. We're going to do some lighter shit next.
Yes.
Shirley Temple has died at the age of 85.
Oh, be Shirley Temple Black, please.
Shirley Temple Black.
She had a hyphen name.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, America's sweetheart.
Let's not
Little
talk about
Shirley Temple. I never watched this.
Okay, it's going to make us sound extremely old if we have a break about Shirley Temple and her career.
Well, she was an ambassador as an older woman.
For what?
I don't know. They'd send her around as like goodwill ambassador. Hey, it's one of our child actors from the fucking year 1. Say hi.
All right, now I'm in on this. Those are those nonsense jobs that
complete nonsense
that the White House gives people.
Yeah.
What the fuck can Shirley Temple Black do as an ambassador for America?
As an ambassador.
What does she goes to some weird country and sings "Good Ship Lollipop"?
Yeah.
And that makes everyone feel good, I guess.
I think she was big on getting mines removed, right?
No, she wasn't.
Like she wanted to get mines removed.
No, the people that actually dug up the mines were the people that...
They're the ones?
Yeah, they're the ones.
Yeah, because what's Shirley Temple going to say? Mines are bad.
Thank you, Shirley Temple.
Oh, thanks, Shirley. Thanks, Shirley.
How about a cupcake?
Animals picking at my bones. She's dead.
Jesus.
On the good ship, cross the river Styx. Oh, she is one dead motherfucker.
Oh, we all thought she was dead.
I can't. I swear to you, I thought it was a retro news. I did not realize she had just died.
Yeah, she had like Parkinson's, I think. She survived breast cancer back in the 70s.
Wow.
And yeah, she had a pretty active life for quite a few years, and then I guess she died peacefully at her home.
Peacefully, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that possible, actually?
Fighting a dragon with a sword.
Yeah, she was fucked to death by a mule. She died face down in hay.
Well, they must have left that out of the report.
Yeah, they felt it looked really bad.
Yes.
She was fucked to death by a mule, and as she was trying to get away, it back kicked her.
That's a hell of a way to go.
Yeah, I know. Lucky girl.
There was a movie she made years ago with that famous black guy, you know, that tap dancey guy.
Yes.
And
Gregory Hines.
No, it was well before Gregory Hines.
Oh.
And people were all pissed off at that. Was it Mr. Bojangles? Yeah, it was Bojangles. Because they didn't like the idea that a little white girl was dancing with a black dude. So people, you know, and it was back then. So people got pretty pissed off about it. But she was always adorable, doing those little dances.
Now you just watch.
See, he teaches her how to dance.
I went to the market for to get some beef. And beef so tough.
He's like the plantation. He's the houseboy, really.
Of a great big hog, and the hog so fat, and I couldn't get back.
Look at him tap dancing. I'll tell you.
Negro.
Oh, what a great time.
And person.
It was good. And tap dancing backwards up the stairs, doing a trumpet thing with his mouth.
I loathe tap dancing, but it really is a good... I want to see her do it.
Oh, Shirley does it.
Can she do it as well? Or no?
Oh, yeah.
We really
She's
want to
amazing.
see her do it.
I do. I want to see Shirley do it.
Really?
The older guy, it's not as impressive. An older man can do it.
Little curly top Shirley Temple does it.
Tap dancing is easy. When you put those dress shoes on, you feel like, you know what, I'm going to do a little something, something. And you feel like, you know what?
Shuffle your toe and heel a little bit and you're tap dancing.
It's a little practice. I think I can be pretty good at this.
Is this Bojangles or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles.
Oh, right. Let's move on to the Laurence Fishburne, please.
Wait, we're not going to hear fucking Shirley dance.
It's Shirley.
That's all right.
You got fast forward.
That's okay.
Fast forward to goddamn Shirley.
What the fuck is your Shirley dance?
Oh, my God, no.
Come on, Shirley, you little fucking whore.
There she goes.
He's holding her hand and pulling her up the stairs.
See, that's what people didn't like. They didn't like that he was holding her little white hand.
And bringing her to the bedroom upstairs.
She's a kid. How do you teach a kid to do this shit anyway?
Well, you promise him something.
Oh, is that it, Uncle Paul?
Shirley.
We're now watching tap dancing on the radio.
You know what?
You understand how bad we're getting?
Ludicrous.
We're getting really bad now.
Somebody said one time that there was a sex appeal to her that people liked, which I think is kind of gross. But I'm like, I don't see it, but they said that was part of her appeal. There was a sex appeal.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, really?
Honestly, yeah.
Well, she was in those movies, too, that they used to cast these kids in adult kind of roles as like a gangster and the gangster's woman and dance club girls, but it was kind of a goof. They were like, oh, it's adorable, we cast kids.
Oh.
But they had them doing inappropriate shit. Really strange. Very strange, those early days.
When did Bojangles die?
No.
Was he just an actor or a dancer? Like, his name is so famous, but from the song.
Yeah, and then no one knows what the fuck he was.
Yeah. Do you ever hear that song, Mr. Bojangles?
Dance. Used to be a comedian that would act that out. What was his name?
Jeff Zabrowski.
Jeff Zabrowski.
Oh, really?
I remember Jeff Zabrowski, the Governors. East Side Comedy.
He was funny, man. He would.
Yeah, I liked Jeff.
The song would play like Mr. Bojangles, and he would just.
He would look around like
he was Bojangles,
and then he was going to walk off the stage, and then Mr. Bojangles.
Yeah.
He had to turn around and yeah.
The first time I ever saw Jeff Zabrowski, I was brand new in comedy, and Florentine was the host. I used to just go to shows. Wow. And Jeff was the headliner, and I forget who the middle was, but Jim's on stage hosting. And Jeff just walks up in his suit and interrupts Jim, and he's like, "Can I come on?" And Jim's like, "What?" "No, it's not your turn yet." And he just was ashamed that he walked away. And he just kept coming up at different points, going like, "Can I come on now?" And he goes, "No, it's not your turn." But it was I thought it was, like, in hindsight, I realized how ballsy that was as the headliner to let yourself be seen like that.
Right,
There's no surprise. It was a place called the Varsity Pub, which is where I wound up doing my first show ever. And that was it's the first place I saw Quentin Higgs. I saw Otto and George before I ever performed. Me and my buddy Tyler would go and watch these stand-ups. I never interrupted. We would sit in the front, and Florentine picked on me. "What are you guys, gay?" And he was in it for 6 months or less. And
wow.
I never heckled. Like I wasn't that type of wannabe. I just wanted to be a part of it. We're like, no, we're just friends. Like I would always play along.
Oh, that's wild to hear.
Did Zabrowski die?
I hope not. I haven't seen him in so many years.
I know. I haven't even heard his name like in fucking 20 years.
I never heard of him before.
No?
Jeff Zabrowski? Yeah, he was a funny guy,
Maybe if I saw him.
If you saw his face, you'd probably know him.
Oh,
Weird-looking little
that
guy.
right.
And the mustache?
Yeah, big mustache.
He may have moved. I certainly hope he's not dead.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
A guy named Vince D'Antona just died. He was a ventriloquist, and he was a fucking ratter, I think they called him, right? What are they, in Vietnam? What are those guys, tunnel rat?
Tunnel rat,
yeah, those guys that would go in there and fucking...
Jesus.
And that's what I heard Vince did. And
count, wherever you are. Did he do that?
He was a great...
Little puppets. Hello!
Throw his voice
down the tunnel.
Oh, God.
Shoot people in the head.
Dude, you wonder if that had something... I would love to know more about his story, because I watched that be alive, but I heard that was what Vince did.
That's got to be one of the ballsiest things you could do.
Yeah.
To go in those tunnels in Vietnam. To fucking see what the hell was going on down there.
Yep.
Fuck that. Let's do the Laurence Fishburne. What sucks about, doing radio nowadays, by the time we get this, everyone has seen it, though.
Last night, this one kind of, yesterday afternoon, kind of broke.
Laurence Fishburne, is he going to be in RoboCop? I guess he's in RoboCop.
Or Samuel Jackson. So you're doing
Samuel Jackson.
You were doing the same thing that the newscaster did.
Whoa! But oh my God! I think I just did. Yeah. But I was saying the Laurence. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
I'm trying to explain it. Of course, it's
motherfucker.
Samuel Jackson is on this TV show out there in Hollywood.
Yeah, doing one of these.
We've seen that douche
interviews
before many times, and okay, well, we'll just play it. Jesus, I can't believe I just did that. TMZ.
I tell you what, you working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've admit my mistake.
You're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Laurence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Father, you're
we may
exactly
be all
right.
black and famous.
You are
we all
guilty.
don't look alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right.
That's right. You're the entertainment reporter.
I know.
You're the entertainment reporter for this station.
Vlog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and
know.
Laurence Fishburne.
My mistake. My mistake. I apologize. Really, my big mistake. Let's talk about
relax. A very short line for your job.
I'll say it. No, it probably would not be hard to get another person to sit right here. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
See what
no.
Let's talk about RoboCop.
Will you look at this fucking cocksucker?
He's trying to change the subject real
Let's
quick.
talk about RoboCop.
Right.
Just stay in the moment, jerkwad.
Right.
You're fucked up.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Oh my
He's killing.
God.
Samuel Jackson is killing you.
Right.
Yeah.
You're getting something special instead of the same old
Let's
bullshit
talk
interview.
about RoboCop. God, I fucking hate these guys.
Right, at this point,
phony voice.
fuck RoboCop, fuck your questions, and just
go with it.
Spend the next 2 or 3 minutes being in this moment. Jimmy's absolutely right.
Let's get back on track. Back on track.
I don't know how to handle this if it's off track.
I'd be, he should jump in and say, like, like RoboCop, is that going to be like your character in Blade?
Right.
Yeah, just keep going. Play with it.
Sure. You're right. Keep going.
Yes. Look. Person to sit right here. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Really?
Really?
Oh, man.
I apologize.
I'm the other guy. I'm the other guy. The other one. What's in your wallet?
Right. That's it. That's exactly right.
There's more than one black guy doing a commercial.
There it is. No question about that.
Listen to him.
I'll say this, too.
He's groveling.
He is, but Samuel Jackson is fucking with him like it's instead of just realizing the guy made a mistake.
Yeah.
Which I almost did with fucking Hugh Jackman when he was in here, mixing him up with Neil Patrick Harris, but it got covered quickly.
How the hell do you mix up Wolverine with Doogie Howser?
It's just a mistake you make sometimes.
Jesus.
But Samuel's making it look like, oh, it's just because I'm a black. It's like it's not always that, dude. Sometimes people just fuck up with celebrities.
But you know what?
But now he's just having fun with it.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Samuel Jackson has done a million of these interviews. He's probably bored doing them. So to him, it was probably, okay, cool. I could have fun for once.
At least he didn't mistake a dead child for the guy, a dead
You wouldn't
son.
have stayed in that moment.
Oh my God! Yeah, or one rapper for another.
Right. He didn't mistake a rapper for another one.
Terrible.
Call him
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
So confident too.
Those are two.
Hey, Ice Cube.
Those are just two great moments on this show, man. I love it.
You're not at the center of them.
Oh yes, Adam Walsh. John Walsh.
Oh, no.
John Walsh.
I wish I was here for the Ross thing. I love shit like that.
Yeah, you talk about not wanting to stay in a moment.
Wow.
I was staying in that moment.
Move on to RoboCop real quick.
Yeah,
didn't you?
RoboCop. Whatever. I don't care.
I absolutely would have stayed in that moment if I was here.
Trav?
Is this him?
No, I don't know.
Yes, there he is.
Okay. He's
coming
very,
in. I can hear his voice. Adam Walsh.
Hi, John. How are you?
What did I say?
Hi, John.
How are you?
Jimmy didn't want to stay in the moment.
Hi, John. How are you, John?
Yeah.
John, not Adam, the dead kid.
You had no
John.
desire to stay in that moment.
No, and I'm big on staying in the moment. However,
wow.
when the blithering idiot across from me refers to a man as his murdered son, which has been his driving force in life, I feel it better to move forward quickly.
Of course you do.
When I said, what did I say? I knew what I had said.
Oh, no.
I was embarrassed.
Of course you must
You should have been. What did I say? Did you want me to reiterate it? You mentioned the child who was brutally murdered by Honest Tool.
Oh, my God.
Instead of the man who's with us. That's what you said.
He was beheaded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's say
baseball cap.
That's such a disturbing.
Let's say hi to Gary in D.C. Gary.
Best way not forget. Ice Cube, Ice T.
I did your phone crapped out.
Nice try, Jimmy.
He's gone.
He hung right up.
What happened? They can't hear the show anymore on hold or something?
No, they can hear it.
That's weird.
All
All
right. Talked about it.
Back to Samuel L. Jackson.
For the commercial.
There it is. No question about that.
I'm the what's in your wallet black guy.
Okay.
He's the car black guy.
There it is.
Morgan Freeman is the other credit card. You only hear his voice though, so you probably won't confuse him with Laurence Fishburne.
You're 100% right.
This guy doesn't want to fight back because he knows, like, I might say something racist.
Cash down in the seats in a
He tried to go to
baseball
RoboCop
stadium.
again.
But he's also the black guy that turns off the house, the water, and the lights when his kid tells him the house is cool. I'm not that guy either.
Do we want to do a list of all the people that you're not?
And I've
That's what he's doing, idiot.
done a McDonald's or a Kentucky
Holy
Fried
shit,
Chicken.
you're right.
I know that's surprising.
Right. Fair enough.
He's petrified.
To the
And
original.
I'm the only black guy in RoboCop that's not a criminal, other than Michael K. White.
See, Samuel, right, listen, here's the thing. Samuel Jackson is not fucking around. He's really angry.
Yeah, because he's had to deal with that from time to time.
Like, that's, like, when I said the guy was trying, like, he was being a bit like he's a black guy. Like, he was having fun with it, but Samuel Jackson really wasn't having fun with it. Like, he was genuinely
Good for Samuel Jackson,
off.
though. Good. That fucking dumb Hollywood reporter. Didn't even want to fight back. Yeah. You're gonna list. He goes. You're gonna list all the people you're not. Not like all the black people you're not. He didn't even say black. He didn't want to say black. He didn't want to like Kentucky Fried Chicken. I didn't do one of those either. No, I better not say anything about that.
But again, if this guy says one thing wrong, he's fired.
Exactly.
If this guy tries joking back,
yes,
and it's mildly misconstrued,
right,
his cunt bosses will fire him.
Yes.
He stinks, but he's also in a fucking no-win position.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's good.
That was great.
I like Samuel L. Jackson. He's fucking hilarious.
I have no problem with that clip at all.
I like his tweet when he was tweeting. I haven't seen his tweets in a long time. He's still out there in the Twitterverse, as they call it.
He fucking closed his Twitter because of people misinterpreting things.
Jimmy tried.
Boy, you see that?
You know what it was? It wasn't even the laugh.
It was
you were so serious at first. Oh, you furrowed your brow.
Sometimes I give it away after.
Yeah.
By the end of the sentence, he looks like a cheeky boy.
And then he's just grinning. He should have one finger over his mouth going, tee-hee.
I do. My dimples, whenever my dimples show, you know I'm just being cheeky.
If he were telling the truth, would he look so cheeky?
I doubt it.
Why don't we move on to that other clip that was sent to us this morning? Maybe it's something that most people haven't seen. Bill Burr's all about this, too.
It's like Rodney Dangerfield.
What's the description? It's called Waiting for a Mate.
The description is must see.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Let's fucking do it, then.
Then we must.
It looks like we got a cop that's about to pull somebody over.
Cop you did.
Senior Constable Ash Bowden is on to an unusual job.
Just up in Carrum Downs, we're looking for a car that was doing burnouts, and then another call come through saying that a similar-looking car or very similar description is crashed.
Is this Corey?
We're just trying to get to it as quick as we can to see what the hell's going on.
Witnesses to the incident have given the location as this shopping mall car park. Ash soon spots what he's looking for.
From the petrol station.
Oh, look at the car. It's all fucked up. Oh.
What happened, mate? What's going on?
I'm just waiting for a mate.
Is that why your car's all smashed up and you're up on the grass at the moment, or what?
Yeah.
Mine?
I'm just waiting for a mate. He's gone in there. Why?
I'm just wondering how the collision with your car happened, mate.
What collision?
The one that's got all your wheels and stuff twisted up. Bumper bars hanging off, mate.
He's got two flat front tires. The front end's all fucked up. He's
on the ground.
He's halfway on one of the grass medians and the parking lot. and he's just sitting there.
He's just chill, though, man.
Like, what?
I'm waiting for a mate.
Waiting for a mate.
All right,
Is he in the driver's seat, or did he move to the... Okay.
Yeah, that's over there.
Over there, that's the driver's seat.
That's the driver's seat.
Right, but he's... Yeah, all right, continue.
Yeah.
He's acting like, no, I'm just parked in this parking lot waiting for a mate.
I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Who's your mate?
Hey?
Who's your mate?
James.
Yeah? James who?
Huh?
How'd you get down here? How'd you get down here?
You don't want to say drove.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it kind of does, mate, because you've
matter.
just been involved in an accident.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
Yeah.
What kind of accident?
One with a...
This is like a Monty Python. I was thinking that, yeah.
No, I haven't.
He goes, you've been in an accident, then they show the windshield. It's all spider web.
His head got hit.
It's just a flesh wound.
You have?
Right.
No, you haven't.
They're so polite.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're missing a leg. No, I'm not.
I'm not.
This reminds me of the reporter with, apologize to your parents right now.
Not going to do that.
Why not?
No.
Yeah, why don't you take off your glasses?
Right.
No, not going to do that.
No.
People love them.
Corey. Good old Corey.
Yes, because they're famous.
That's one of the best clips. Let's continue with Waiting for a Mate.
Curb, mate, and your whole car's smashed up.
One with the curb.
Can I see your licence, please?
No.
Oh, shit.
No? Been drinking tonight?
No.
I can smell it on you.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Well, I'm not driving.
I'm not driving.
All this shit.
Australian
Yeah.
cops.
Well, I'm not driving.
That's fine, mate. Your car's been involved in an accident. I believe you were an occupant of the car.
Oh,
Yeah?
All right, so what I'll get you to do, because of the fact you don't want to show me your licence, get you to stand out of the car for me, please.
Senior Constable Ash Bowden has found a young man in a damaged car. It's run onto a garden in a car park, but the driver reckons it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Hop out of the car now.
Uh-oh.
Out of the car now.
Yeah, or get your licence out. Make a decision.
Righty-at is correct at the core.
Well, don't.
It's so funny watching a drunk guy. His eyes move as he searches for excuses. That
he's just kind of like.
But this is like, what do you do if you're a cop? Like, this is what cops have to deal with all the time. Is these fucking assholes.
Well, here's what you do in the United States. You grab him by the throat, pull him out the fucking window.
Because he said, the guy said, give me your license and get out. And he goes, no. He goes, well, then give me your license. He still gave him the option.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen here.
The politeness is what makes this clip so great.
Let me tell you what the good old US of A has. The taser.
They have to have that there, don't they?
Instant compliance. Yeah, I'm sure they do, but they probably don't use it.
As much.
With the gusto that we like using them here.
I don't have a license. I'm sitting here because I'm waiting for a mate.
Mate.
And I don't understand why there's 6 people standing around me.
Because we're working, mate, and you've had a car crash.
No, I haven't.
You're drunk.
Am I?
Yeah, you are, mate.
Am I?
You smell it all over you. So up out of the car.
I'm not. No, easy.
Come on.
Oh, shit. He's gonna go.
If you don't want to tell me who you are or produce a license, mate, you can come over this way to the police car.
The motorist continues to deny any association with alcohol, but the evidence is everywhere.
Wild turkey in the back.
Over this way, mate. Come
Don't go pushing me around.
Or come over this way, like I said, to the police car.
I have nothing on me, as I said before.
Come up this way.
Hands in the pockets. Cop would know.
No, you're right.
Stand there, mate. I'm not argumentative with you. I'm not being argumentative with you. I'm just asking you to do a few things.
I have nothing on me.
Right. Who owns the car? I don't know. Well, what's your name? Let's start with that.
James.
What's your last name, James?
But Ash knows he's now being lied to, because the driver has already told him James is the name of his alleged friend.
Well, there could be 2 Jameses.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like he said, fucking, what's your name? Fucking
Bartholomew.
Eva Braun. he knows he's being lied to because she was the mistress of Hitler, and she's dead.
He gets drunk, and anytime anybody asks him anybody's name, he James.
James.
Lord of the Wasteland, humongous.
Very good.
This guy's great.
What's your last name, James?
A suspected drunk driver has been lying to Senior Constable Ash Bowden, but finally comes clean.
What's your last name?
My name's...
Look at your car, mate. You've had an accident. It's blatantly obvious.
I pulled it back because there was like 20 people around there before.
So you drove the car backwards, did you?
I was walking.
Focus on me, Clint. You're under arrest, mate. Turn around.
What for?
Because I'm not happy with who you are. Put your hands behind your back. Now sit down here in the back of the police car where you can have a think.
I told you who I was.
And I'll start working out who you are. Do you hold a Victorian driver's licence?
No, I don't. I lost it probably 12 months ago.
For what?
Drink driving.
Drink
driving.
You shouldn't be driving at the moment. I'll be over in the other seat very shortly.
Shouldn't you be
The driver continues to
Aborigines
protest his innocence. Once he's settled down, Ash removes the handcuffs and conducts a breath test.
Wow.
I'll do this for you.
Just that'd be great. Just
Took
one
the
more breath.
handcuffs off?
Sure, I say stop. Yep.
Is this in metric?
And the cop knows that he's got a great, like, he knows there's a TV camera on him.
Yeah, he's got a fucking star here.
He even just got a little, like, he goes, I'll do this for you. And he goes, oh, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
Right.
Right then.
Right.
I know.
Wow, he took the cuffs off. That would never happen here.
No, where the guy whose hands were shoved into his pockets.
Yeah, his hands are in his pockets. It'd be, get your hands out of your pockets!
Okay.
I trust you.
Yeah.
I would say he's at a 1, 2.
Yeah, it's working. All right, Clint.
Still doesn't mean I was driving.
In my opinion, due to the fact that I can obviously smell alcohol on you,
Yes.
you've been driving the vehicle and you've been involved in the collision.
driven the vehicle.
Okay, I now request you to accompany me to a police station for the purpose of a breath
I have not
test.
driven the vehicle.
Hey, listen, you got to listen to me, okay? It's very important, all right? Now request you to accompany me to a police station for an evidential breath test, okay? Where you must remain there until you're given a certificate of analysis or up to 3 hours, whichever's quicker.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you happy
Not
to do
a
that?
problem. All right. I have not driven the vehicle.
As we rolled up a collision scene with this vehicle, a fair few witnesses were already watching him. We've spoken to those witnesses and they've reconfirmed as of the fact that it was him driving, and we are happy with that. And now he's obviously blown into the breath testing instrument, and we're taking him back for a further breath test at the station.
If only it was that simple. The young man is still not finished.
Just look.
I want to know where James is.
Yeah, where's his mate?
Yeah,
what happens if
just waiting for his mate.
I think he's lying, Sam.
All right, should I probably just continue with the clip then?
The young man is still not finished.
Just look at me and just concentrate on me, mate, because
I'm not sure that you're
it's quite serious.
a federal officer of the law.
I'm not a federal officer.
Well, I'll move on then.
I'm a Victorian police officer, mate.
No, well, that's not good
okay.
enough.
Let's not go around in circles.
Are you not a federal officer of the law?
I know.
Let's not go around in circles.
Are you a federal officer of the law?
Do you want to come back?
No,
Clinton, Clinton, shut up and listen to me. It's quite serious.
No, he's not cuffed.
Now, I've answered your question.
I've asked you.
Do you want to come back to the police station?
Not really, no.
Because Ash knows who the driver is, he's no longer under arrest and may refuse to go back to the station.
If you want to go...
Wait, what? Pause
by
this.
your own free will.
What? What did they just say?
Because he knows who he is. Because the guy now knows who he is, he can refuse to go to the station?
Wait, back that up.
And then what?
They got some wacky fucking laws.
That is some weird fucking law there.
Oh my
God.
Yeah, because he's requesting. He goes, I'm requesting that you join us back at the police station instead of just taking him there.
That would be an immediate no thank you.
How about every time you say no?
Well, let's hear the
You would
rest.
say no every time, right?
Yeah.
What? Say that.
It's quite serious.
No.
Now, I've answered your question.
I've asked you.
Do you want to come back to the police station?
Not really, no.
Because Ash knows who the driver is, he's no longer under arrest and may refuse to go back to the station.
If you want to go, by your own free will, that would be fantastic. Well, you're driving whilst disqualified,
I have not
mate.
driven anywhere.
Well, that's something we can work out at court.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Wait.
I need you to make a definitive decision.
Definitive. Can you define that? Definitive.
Yeah.
What is
Make one simple decision, mate, and be clear about it and stick with it.
Then?
No, it's about what you want to do.
Let's go.
You happy to go now?
I'll go.
You're not going to change your mind?
Do you want me to go there for a breath test? I'll go.
The driver's official breath test result back at the station comes as no surprise to Ash.
He blew .181, which is 4 times over the legal limit.
1.8.
What are we missing here?
Now that he knows the driver's name, he doesn't have to...
Well, do you remember when he cuffed him? And he goes, what are you cuffing me for?
Right.
I'm not satisfied with who you are. He didn't know your identity. Like, he didn't...
He gets the identity.
Yeah, because he didn't give him the ID.
Right, he didn't give him his name.
Yeah.
So now that he knows who he is, how is that not an arrestable offense in that country? Drunk driving? Or maybe because he wasn't technically driving the car? Maybe he didn't see him driving the car, so we couldn't arrest him? What the
He said
fuck?
now that he knows the driver's name...
Right, and it seemed like the field breath test was not enough.
Maybe.
So, like, if you come out of a bank, and you're like, my name's Philip Montgomery. All right, you're free to go home. Or know your name.
Now we know your name.
Yeah. Now that he knows his name, he could go home. No.
I don't understand that at all.
Dude, I don't either.
But then he goes to the station, because I guess if you don't go to the station, maybe it's worse down the road.
Maybe if you don't go, they
put out a warrant or something?
They check your... Because he gave him a breathalyzer on site there.
Right.
I don't know. Here, just get to the end of the
Take
clip.
that back and...
He was also disqualified from driving, so he's going to receive a summons for the drink driving whilst disqualified, where he'll have to go and explain himself to the magistrate. It just goes to show that not only does alcohol affect your ability to drive, but it also affects your ability to tell the truth.
The driver was fined $600 and sentenced to 4 months.
Community service.
Nice. All right.
That's like nothing.
What the fuck? Maybe it's not an arrestable offense there yet.
His license was disqualified.
Your license
for 3
is
years.
disqualified for 3 years.
I love how they just put things. Disqualified.
Disqualified,
That doesn't sound that bad.
It's not revoked or suspended.
Right. Someone also was telling me that that news anchor with the Samuel Jackson, that report's apology might make you throw up. Did he apologize for that?
Come on.
He did apologize.
Come on.
He said he was sorry to Samuel.
No, did he apologize? I want to apologize.
There's no apology there.
For the African-American community.
God.
I'm sorry you all look alike to me.
Oh, there is an apology.
Come on.
Oh, is this
embarrassed?
Yeah, hang on. I got to fast forward.
Anyway, from the bedroom to the doghouse, we start right now with the beauty and the occasional pain of live television. First and foremost, I do know who Samuel L. Jackson is. I've interviewed him several times over the years, but never quite like the conversation we just had. I indicated to Samuel that I had seen him during the Super Bowl, and he thought that I had confused him with the commercial Laurence Fishburne had done for a car company. Of course, a Captain America ad had also run during the Super Bowl, but I immediately felt so dumb I didn't bring that up, and he gave me the shellacking that was well-deserved.
What?
I
Fucking
pride myself
shut
on the
up.
fact that unlike a lot of people who do this kind of work, more often than not, I really do know what I'm talking about, but I didn't 30 minutes ago, and I'm really embarrassed about it, and I very much apologize to Samuel L. Jackson and anyone else who was offended for what was
Anyone else?
amateur mistake.
What is that?
Samuel L.
Who
Jackson.
else would possibly be offended? What a vomity country. How vomit-inducing.
Oh my God! There's more to it.
Ugh!
Oh my God!
Who else could have possibly been?
Dude, how humiliating.
Who would be offended by that?
White
Say you're
people
sorry.
are petrified of black people.
Christ.
They're petrified
of other white people. Because they might have offended. Again,
right.
I always stress this because Samuel Jackson did what he did. He spoke it up. And it's a fucking white boss that's going to fire him.
Yes,
it's a fucking white boss.
Yep.
Right.
Fucking pussy white boss.
Enough with this groveling.
Dude, it is embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
Instead of just saying, you know what, I was an idiot because I saw the thing,
right?
And I didn't think to say that because I was embarrassed.
But to apologize.
Yeah, hey, sorry to Sam Jackson.
The first part I didn't mind that much. He said, I fucked up, I'm embarrassed, he gave me a shellacking, that's all good. But then,
well-deserved!
But then he goes into the,
well-deserved!
Go ahead, Sam.
Well-deserved.
Fucking God almighty.
Oh, stop.
What else
He didn't even press a button to Atlanta because I suspect he's in Atlanta because he's making another movie. Here is Samuel L. Jackson. There he is. Are you shooting something else down there, sir?
It's just a replay of the interview.
Okay.
Did
they go back to the apology?
That was it.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay.
Now, because he didn't think
was that groveling?
the Captain America, if he would have just said, oh yeah, I saw the Captain America commercial.
He could have said, no, I saw the Captain America commercial.
He didn't think of it. And then Samuel went, oh. Because Samuel was definitely angry about that.
Yeah.
He was like...
Which is fine, too, whatever.
But that fucking...
It was a good moment. Good live TV moment, but for it to end with an apology,
Yeah, so now it's don't mix a person up with someone else, or you'll be misconstrued as racist.
I could even see apologizing to Samuel L. Jackson like that because it happened at all. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
He's an
embarrassing.
A-list celebrity.
That's fine. But then to say, and anyone else who was offended, who else would be offended that you mistake someone for someone else? It's preposterous.
I agree.
That's where we're at. Because the black guy was mistaken for another black guy? First of all, you can mistake white people for other white people. It's very hard to mistake white people for other black people, or vice versa. So when that happens, it's okay. I don't get this. We are just so fucking doomed.
All right. We got to go back to break to sell some stuff.
Oh, great.
Got another song from the Beatles special. Travis, did you like the John Mayer one?
It was okay.
Which one did you like?
Who does he fuck during the song? Anyone hot?
He was wearing weird, like, 90s baggy clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to bring that back, huh?
I don't know what he's trying to do.
Did you like any of these other performances?
I don't know what you have.
The Eurythmics were good.
I didn't like the Eurythmics.
I thought the Eurythmics were good.
The Ed Sheeran was good.
Shut up.
All right, we'll do Eurythmics with Annie Lennox.
I thought she had it. You know what? I thought Katy Perry's was pretty good, too.
Which one you want to do?
Whichever one you want.
Make a decision, Travis.
Fired.
4 years ago, that Buster Douglas surprised the world by knocking out Mike Tyson. But if you read the book,
isn't that just
there was no surprise there.
David Johansen.
What happened? Oh, jeez.
Oh, wait a minute.
If you read the book, Tyson was in no shape to fight.
Really?
He was all in with his cocaine.
24 years ago?
24 years ago. And what was the deal? There was a little controversy around that fight, right?
No, I mean, Buster beat him. I mean, he
wasn't there like, what was it? The count was wrong, or what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What was it again?
Tyson knocked him down 2 rounds earlier and technically knocked him out, but they gave him like 11 or 12 seconds.
They gave him a little extra time to get
It was
out.
actually, Tyson technically should have won that fight because it was a bad count.
Doesn't he show that in his one-man show? Where he talks about it?
I'm not sure.
I think he shows it, and then the place goes nuts because it's obvious that it's 11 seconds.
Wow.
Or 11 and a half seconds, whatever.
How do they not like have a replay in boxing for that?
24 years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
The refs still, back then, they still should have been able to fucking... Like, if the ref says it's over, it's over. Like, even if he's wrong, like, if he counts wrong.
Yeah,
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's one of those things like, you know, like an umpire in a ball game kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's a definitive...
It's a definitive fucking counting thing. Should be a clock.
You guys want
Tick-tock.
a compliment? We haven't taken a compliment in a while. Let's do this today.
No one's had fun.
No one's wanted to.
Ryan and Penn, see a lot of people really doing this shit anymore. It's kind of disturbing. It's quite sad.
Oh, no one could talk about anything.
That guy groveling on TV just because he fucking called Samuel Jackson Lawrence Fishburne. That's ugh.
He was
horrible.
Fucking apologizing like he dropped an N-bomb.
Hold on, Ann. I got to take this next call. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yes, Jim in Jersey.
Yeah, I'd like to say that last call was full of shit.
Oh, no. but he was... But wait.
Everyone's calling to do the same bit.
Yeah, no, that's not what I called about. I am the 12-year-old owners of a set of porcelain laminates.
Very young. You sound older than that.
Oh, he's got your teeth.
I am. The laminates are 12. I'm 50-something.
Uh-oh.
He's got your teeths.
Nice.
Yeah, but what I found out from the dentist after the later on dentist is because the laminates are so much harder than the teeth on the bottom, they grind them down. So tell Anthony, if you don't start wearing a night guard or something at night and look completely fucking retarded, in about 5 years, your bottom teeth are going to look like little Civil War headstones.
Oh, really?
It wears them down.
What if
you do all laminates and just have a mouth?
What if I get fucking I'm getting my bottom teeth done too, Mr. Glister.
Wow. Holy crap.
Exactly.
You look like a fucking shark.
I have. Right?
Well, good luck with them.
All right.
When does it go down? Thursday finally?
Thursday. I finally get these
but you're taking
top ones
You're
done.
taking Friday off, so we're not going to be able to see him until after the Brigada.
Monday.
All right.
We're going to go see Cats with his new teeth.
He's killing you, man.
This guy's an ass.
This guy's killing you.
All right,
Jim. Thank you.
I love you guys. Take care.
All right, brother. Let's go to Brooklyn. Mo.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mo.
I tell you, that Beatles show was actually pretty good. You know, let me tell you the best part about it. Fucking Yoko didn't sing. That's number one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but what's up with Yoko and her son? I'm obsessed with the fact that they always have to be together. It's creepy. I know it was a Beatles thing, but in general, Sean is never in public unless he's with his mommy. That's weird.
Yep.
If you watch it, you can see how fucking no rhythm is in the audience. White people definitely don't have any fucking rhythm. They're all moving like it's ridiculous to watch. It's kind of funny.
We know that.
The other thing that's kind of funny is I think Ringo's turned into fucking Fredo. He looks more like Fredo every day you see him. He's bouncing around the fucking stage. McCartney looks like Angela Lansbury. Looks like an old lesbian.
He's got nothing nice to say.
Yeah, why don't you start talking nice about people?
Right.
I was a little upset they didn't get George and
see.
They passed away.
They could have did a little bit more of a tribute. There were four of them. You know what I mean? They fucking have two of them up there, and they don't say anything about the other two until the end. Oh, they're gone. We appreciate them. That's
What are they supposed to do? Stop every song and go, one got shot and one died? Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Right.
We know what happened.
Imagine if you were just fucking stuck with somebody you worked with like years and years ago, and no matter what you do, they just like fucking, that's it. 50 years ago, 50 fucking years ago, they worked together, and it's like, oh, what about this guy? Fuck you.
You think Paul McCartney really wants to be on that stage with Ringo Starr?
Yeah.
50 years later?
No.
Not really.
I think you should fucking put Hinckley in a room with Yoko. I think that should be his punishment. That'll fucking
This guy's got them all.
All right, cool.
He's good.
Have a
Nice,
good
this
one.
guy.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Let's go to Dean in Sacramento. Dean.
Hey, well, first of all, hey, Jim, you're the best. Show wouldn't be the same without you. But, I remember you groveling to someone when you mistook them. Ice Cube!
Ice Cube.
Wait, you remember me doing that?
No, I was groveling when I said that. I think it was I don't know. All right, whatever.
But it wasn't the same thing.
It wasn't the same thing.
It wasn't the same thing as a genuine apology.
I was incredibly embarrassed. That's all.
We all were for you. But I mean, it was one of those.
You didn't apologize to anyone else who might be offended.
No. Yeah.
You can apologize for mistaking someone for someone else, obviously. But he put this other part of the apology like he was groveling to, please don't think I'm a racist.
I think we do apologize every once in a while on this radio show, but we're not groveling assholes about it. If you call someone the wrong name and they're right in front of you, you might go, "Oh shit, I'm sorry for that.
Dude, I'm sorry.
an idiot."
I thought,
that type of shit.
Yeah. You might go like, "What the fuck?"
Right. It's not my fault. Both of you have ice in the front of your name, and you were both kind of from the same time thing. Shut up.
And it was one of those things as it was happening. I knew
Ice Q.
No, I knew it was Ice-T. Obviously, I just had a brain fart.
It's not like you called him his dead son's name, though. That's
that's rough. That's way rougher.
Yeah, that's the worst thing ever.
And I guess Ice-T's wife there is showing her boobies in the paper today. Why?
What did she do?
Why is she doing that? Coco.
Well, Coco beware.
Trying to find my paper. Now I got to show you.
Yeah. This parrot.
But why is she showing her boobs? Is it for a reality show or something? People aren't talking about her enough?
She got a bra on, though, or pasties? What's she got?
It's right on page 3 of the Daily News today.
Look, I don't see it. I
think there's pasties.
You have fun there with her, because I fucking don't see anything about her.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Oh, I'd fuck Coco. Absolutely.
Big titties and a fat ass.
Yeah.
I don't see it whatsoever.
She was filming for her reality show.
All right, so why is she showing her boobs?
But she wasn't.
I think that's part of it.
That's what reality shows have come down to now?
She had pasties on.
All right. So what is she doing? What was the reason? Besides it for a reality show?
Probably a storyline in there.
Pretty much it.
What's the storyline?
Now I have to...
What's the storyline? Here's my tits?
Yeah. Drumming up some publicity.
This episode is called Here's My Tits.
Maybe she had to do a photo shoot.
It's like that dumb Starbucks story.
That was Comedy Central, though, right?
That was Comedy Central.
Was it Comedy Central?
Yep.
What'd they do?
Well, they got a show coming out. This comic who's on... He got famous for being on Twitter and telling people to text their parents.
Oh, that they were doing
other things like STDs or whatever.
Like, yeah, hey, do you got that fucking gram that I wanted?
Right.
And then you're like, oops, wrong text.
Right.
Yeah.
So now he's...
and that allows him to have a show now?
Sure, that's all it takes.
Dude, if you can get big on Twitter, you can definitely get a show.
Fuck.
Oh, boy.
We had... Remember what's his name?
Do that.
We had what's his name on?
Who? What's his name?
Guy.
What's his name?
He's got a beard, and then he invented a board game.
Whatchamacallit?
He was huge on Twitter. Rob Delaney.
Rob Delaney.
All right.
Big on Twitter.
Huge on Twitter, now huge everywhere. Now famous. All right, so...
so like the first story was that some person had opened dumb Starbucks, and they were okay using the logos because it was parody law.
Right.
But as it turns out, it's a stunt that he was doing for his reality show. Or not reality show, but like joke show.
And Starbucks definitely didn't have a sense of humor about it.
Of course not.
They also said that it was like a gallery, that dumb Starbucks was the gallery, and the coffee you were drinking was art. So it wasn't, they weren't profiting off of it because they were giving everything away.
And there's the C&D?
Oh yeah. Starbucks was this is frequently asked questions about Starbucks where they spell out.
Is one of the questions why is your coffee so shitty?
No, this is about dumb Starbucks.
People love it.
No, they don't. They think they love Starbucks coffee. Starbucks coffee is not good at all anymore.
It's in front of a Jimmy right there.
I like a good Starbucks.
It's not that good. That's why they throw the syrups and the fucking whipped creams in their shit. As far as a cup of coffee goes, there's much better places to get coffee these days.
I used to like a nice light and sweet from Dunkin' Donuts, my friend. I don't give a shit. A lot of sugar, a lot of cream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't do the coffee anymore, though.
Nah. Fuck.
That was when you were a regular Joe?
Yeah, that's when I was regular Joe. Let me have a buttered roll.
That's the way to do it.
And a container of coffee.
A nice container of coffee, a buttered roll. That's your lunch.
Buttered roll. 2 eggs over easy with, let me get some bacon, cheese.
Does the rest of America understand how great a buttered roll is in New York City?
Oh, you gotta love a buttered roll.
It's ridiculously
Bread
good.
and butter. What the fuck?
There are people right now lining up all over New York City to get a buttered roll and a cup of coffee.
Roll.
How stupid is that? But that
pretty
fucking
lame.
roll is amazing.
Yeah.
You throw butter on it?
Fresh, nice.
Delicious.
Kaiser roll.
Yeah.
Kaiser sauce.
So it's for a reality show, and it's shut down officially.
Comedy show, yeah. Nathan Fielder's show.
A comedy show,
And it's shut down, but Nathan says that he's going to open one in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Is it reasonable?
Yeah, pretty smart, though. You got a lot of fucking publicity.
You want to watch the ad?
Oh, he has an ad?
It's like a fake ad. It's for YouTube.
All right, let's see this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Fielder, president and founder of Dumb Starbucks, a brand new coffee experience located in Los Angeles, California. By adding the word dumb, we are legally allowed to use the coveted Starbucks name and logo because we fulfill the minimum requirements to be considered a parody under U.S. law. We have a full menu including all your favorite Starbucks items, a delicious selection of pastries, and even some music for the ride home. Many of you probably know me as a comedian, but this is no bit or joke. This is a real business I plan to get rich from. But I need your support. Our flagship store is located at 1802 Hillhurst in Los Angeles, California. Come in and get a free coffee on me. Just say Nathan sent you.
Dumb Starbucks. I guess they didn't like the whole parody thing. They didn't go with it.
They spent a lot of money to make that store look like a Starbucks. So
yeah, they did.
That's a lot of money someone put up for that.
Notice of closure.
Closure.
By the Los Angeles Health Department?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
they got it for health violations.
Health violations? There's always a way around everything.
Unless it's just Comedy Central being like, okay, everybody got the joke now. Let's just put this thing up and close the store.
Yeah, because I think that's pretty brave of Comedy Central, so I think you might be right.
Right.
But I don't think you're allowed
Shut her down.
I don't think you're allowed to post a Los Angeles County Health Department notice.
Maybe it says dumb notice of closure.
Right.
Parody.
Yeah.
All right, I got you there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I finally realized that Starbucks sucks. Finally. Took many years.
Well,
ouch.
Well, they're doing all right out there.
I understand, but the quality of their coffee, when they first opened up, it was great. The quality stinks. It's burnt half the time. Oh, yeah. And the mom and pop guys are starting to pop up a little bit here and there finally again. Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe video stores will come back.
Video killed
mom and pop.
Video killed the...
That's what radio store. Fuck. Yeah. The mom and pop stores. Enough of them, too.
What? Jimmy just read a tweet. Yes, Jimmy.
I'm laughing at what you said.
Oh, were you really? Yeah. Oh, the timing with the
mom and pop.
Just the utter disgust for no reason at mom and pop store.
Okay. You can't get anything you want there.
So irrational, but kind of I agree with it.
Have you ever walked into a small mom and pop and gotten what you needed?
That's the rule of thumb. When you can hear a bell jingle when the door opens, you're leaving disappointed.
Just turn around and leave. It's going to suck. And then they want to help you. And meanwhile, the help is just so he can converse with somebody. What is this, fucking Little House on the Prairie? Where am I, Sleepy Eye? Get out of here. I'll go to Home Depot. Might walk around a little longer, but at least, you know, there's a wall of nuts and bolts. If I need a nut and bolt, I want a fucking football field-size wall.
You're going against America, my friend.
Nah.
That's one of the reasons why this country's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kicking all the mom and pops out of their stores. That's bullshit.
Mom and pop.
I used to like the local hardware store.
I don't think they even were a mom and pop.
Where they knew your name when you walked in.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
I like a good Walmart. It's cheaper. Mom and pop shit's overrated. Lower your prices, mom and pop.
Yeah. A cobbler. Are you going to go get your shoes repaired at the cobbler?
Exactly.
Or you're just going to go to some fucking nice, like fucking Walmart and buy new shoes?
Exactly.
Gives a shit.
Hey, could you hammer on a new heel?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's what I need. A new heel. Fuck that.
What? That's good, I think.
Oh, I got something for the people out there.
What you got?
This is my bed. This is my bathroom. This is my dinner table. I don't feel good. I might as well be a prisoner in jail. I started out just like anyone else, and every time I had a problem with £1, £2, £5, and I just kept going. Even as early as 2nd and 3rd grade, I knew I was heavier. And I remember, like, 4th grade, I started having to wear plus sizes. I hated that really bad.
Then
just
stop
gaining 20 pounds a year. I ended up being close to 300 by the time I was 22 or so. My weight is very near 600 at this time.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
I didn't forget, Anthony. Penny.
Penny.
The poor dear.
Penny, my 600-pound life.
This selfish bitch.
You brought this to the show.
Yes. This is my 600-pound life. She's Penny, and she is a mother of one boy.
She looks like Big A.
Believe. Yeah. Well. And she's got a husband who likes her fat, I guess. And she got lap band surgery, whatever the fuck kind of surgery she needs, or whatever.
She's taking care of herself, right?
And then the frustration on the doctor every time she shows up and hasn't lost any fucking weight because her enabling husband just keeps feeding her. And she is a liar to everybody.
What?
To herself, the husband, the kid, the doctor. I am trying. No, you're not. You see her eating nachos and fucking... Yes. And all these moments that she wants to share with her kid and everything. It's like, oh, my kid's doing this thing in school. Let me go. No, you can't go. So she just lays in bed as the father and son walk out the door.
Yeah.
And she had ample time to lose enough weight to do this.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But yeah, they followed her for like a year.
Another selfish bitch.
The cameras followed her for like a year.
Let's hear more from her. I want to hear from this poor dear.
Yes.
Penny's husband, Edgar, talks about Penny gaining weight.
I love Penny. I like a big girl.
Well, he's an enabler, and he realizes in his own dumb, stupid fucking brain that if she loses weight, she might leave him.
No, she's rotund.
So it would be best for him to just keep feeding the monster.
Rotund.
Beautiful.
He's a sap.
Yeah.
This is what the 90-Day Fiancé people should do. Get their women nice and fat where they can't leave the house.
Right. Oh, I bet that guy will try that with the model.
The Brazilian
broad. Yeah.
When's episode 5?
Joe,
we're privileged people. When do we get it? We're not waiting until Sunday,
How about
Sam
they give it
Roberts.
to
What's
us?
wrong with you?
No, we fucking... Why would they after we tried to give away the ending?
Tried to.
Yeah.
What? We drove a lot of people to their fine TV show, so they better give us episode 5 immediately. I'm demanding it now. Here's more Penny.
When we first started dating, she was about 450 pounds. I didn't have a problem with her weight. You know, we were able to go places. I met her at a restaurant, standing in line at the bar, and talking to her.
We talked for like 2 or 3 hours, and then we agreed to meet and go on a date. 4 months later, we bought our house together, and we got married.
After she had gotten pregnant, her weight went up to, I believe it was 630.
Oh.
After she had Liam, she had a hard time taking the weight off.
What?
Hard time. Women, you got to lose that baby weight of 600 plus
30 pounds. I know women at times struggle with getting the baby weight off.
Yeah.
This is not baby weight. This is.
She's not like, the Hollywood actresses have personal trainers. You're 630 pounds, you monster.
You're eating nachos, you fucking behemoth.
Yeah.
After she gave birth to the rhinoceros, she had a tough time losing the baby weight.
It's the baby rhino weight.
630 pounds.
That's a biggie.
It has affected our relationship extremely. It's been many years now since we've actually slept in the same bed.
Right there hurts.
Right now, I'm her full-time caregiver, so I can't go out and earn money. We're just living on her disability.
Oh, great.
Yeah, right, exactly. Fuck Edgar, too. Fuck him.
Both of them. You're right. You're right. He's a waste.
You fucking waste. Stop going in there and feeding the monster.
She can't get out of bed. So obviously she cannot feed herself. So everything she eats, he has to bring over to her. So just bring her, and if she would, no, here's what you eat.
Right.
This is what the doctor said, that's all you get.
But I need my dumplings.
Oh, she loves her dumplings. She's a big, fat, selfish fuckwad.
Yeah, she really is. It's like, I understand it's an addiction and it's a hard one, but when you're making the conscious decision to eat dumplings instead of salad, go fuck yourself. Really?
Disability.
Go fuck yourself.
Fat people on disability is infuriating. It's fucking infuriating, you pig.
It kind of is.
Get off it.
Well, she should get paid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree, Jimmy.
we got Colin Quinn on the line.
Oh.
Colin, what are we doing? What are we doing wrong today?
Nothing. I'm just calling because I had a fun Valentine's Day story from 6th grade, you know. And I was in class, and, you know, we weren't giving out Valentines, but some kid decided on his own to give this girl, Elba, a lovely Spanish girl, a Valentine.
Oh.
He starts crying and screaming. And then the teacher grabs it and, like, holds it up, and we all saw it. It was a bunch of hearts with a bunch of hairy pussies. It looked like a serial killer's fucking handiwork.
That's a hell of a story.
That's romantic, cute. It's got all the features.
Sure.
Yeah, a bunch of cootas.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that's all I have. Bye.
That's it. Really?
That's it. Yeah. You're just sharing a Valentine's story.
All right.
That's
just a little story.
Until next time, Colin. Thank you.
Thank you, Col.
Bye.
I thought you were going to yell at us today. It was.
I know.
That was very nice.
I know. A critic.
I know.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't like you two caving into Colin every time.
I know.
Fucking stand up, have some backbone.
You're right.
Penny gets ready for surgery. What surgery is this one now?
This is the lap band surgery.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we start from the beginning with this monster.
Ultimately, I think it comes down to if Penny chooses to live or die.
I've cried at nights about it sometimes. If she continues in this fashion, she could die.
We need to do a quick pit stop.
Premium chicken sandwich? Crispy or grilled?
Crispy.
Grilled?
Crispy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Make that crispy.
We gambled with.
See, that's why I have
in that moment. She's a fucking pig and he's a grovel. Crispy.
That's why I have no fucking tolerance whatsoever.
Yeah.
Paying for that.
You can't have just grilled chicken that one fucking moment.
Yeah, without it being a sandwich, you fucking slob.
They're paying for that with the disability money she's getting for being fat.
Yep. Right.
So it just perpetuates the whole fucking cycle of fat.
Life is filled with choices. Right there was a choice.
That was a choice
and
right
she
there.
decided, fuck the choice.
Crispy! Oh, I'm sorry. He tried to correct her by saying grilled.
Right.
He tried to say, let's have... And he couldn't stand up to the fucking monster.
No.
Tell her to shut up.
And, you know, this old gag, but I would love a crispy chicken sandwich right now.
So
How
delicious.
great would that be?
Yes. They are so
You heard the
tasty.
boss. Crispy chicken sandwiches for everybody.
No.
They are so goddamn tasty.
But you got to make choices. Shitty choices sometimes.
Yeah. I don't always eat what I want to eat.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's annoying because, like, what do you? It's not like I have the gift of metabolism and I can eat cake all day. I would love some Morton's carrot cake, but I can't have it.
Crispy chicken sandwich, some fresh tomatoes, maybe a little mayo, just a little bit.
A lot of mayo, some
mustard,
bit,
a dollop,
yeah,
or schmear.
Some kind of cheese would be nice.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Oh my God, with some nice French fries.
Yeah, a nice load of cum.
Throw a shitload of salt on the French fries, some ketchup.
Crispy.
Then, you know, wash it down with some kind of shake.
This beverage.
Who doesn't want to eat like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Make that crispy.
We gambled with every resource my family has financially. We've had friends, families, neighbors, people donating to us.
Pigs.
Honestly, if this is a fail, the failure is catastrophic.
Wait a minute. So she understands what everyone is doing for her, and she could pay them back by just ordering a lousy grilled chicken sandwich there, and she refuses not to.
No, because she's a selfish
and it's a
pig.
disease. Why?
But
Tell me
also-
why that part of it is a disease.
Also, her fucking, it's a weird disease because the choice does go into it. Like, the idea is you do make certain decisions, and that's the fucking tricky part of it. And that's a decision she could make, and she's choosing not to make that decision.
She's a selfish pig is what she is.
And her fucking husband is a disgusting, groveling enabler.
Yeah.
Every fucking drunk has enablers. Yeah. Every drug addict has enablers. Every fat fuck has enablers. Hey, don't leave me! The addict is bad enough and pathetic enough and selfish enough, but not 50, but a percentage of it is the fucking enabler who just can't stop helping. Here you go! Don't go anywhere!
This show is so schizo. What happened to sympathy, Jimmy?
I have sympathy.
What happened to sympathy, Jimmy?
Realistic sympathy.
Right.
But I mean, I don't want to be inconsistent.
I don't really need an answer.
It's like, there's a difference between sympathy and empathy and doormat. Right. And, like, I empathize with a fat person like that because it's a brutal addiction.
Right.
And if she's trying, I'm behind her, and I support her.
You don't see the trying part.
There's no fucking trying.
You got people putting their finances.
Yeah.
People are
towards you getting
money.
better. The least you could do is fucking go, oh, fuck, I'll suffer through a grilled chicken sandwich this one time.
And groveling enabler, if he had argued with her and said, you're trying to get better, have grilled chicken.
Yeah, get used to it.
And then she actually overrode him and said, what are you going to do, punch her in the face?
He couldn't quickly enough go, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Yeah, they should look into his issues. Because if he was being honest, he would say, yeah, I don't really want her losing this weight. Yeah. I like it this way.
And that's why he's with a big fatso. He doesn't want her to leave.
Right.
How many times are you eating?
Oh, okay. So now we fast forward. This is the whole episode in a nice 5-minute package. So she got the surgery here.
Yes.
All right. And then she goes into the doctor's office to see how much weight she's lost with this surgery she got.
Yep. Because not only does she get the surgery, but the doctor breaks down a nutrition plan for her.
Yeah.
He goes, this is all you have to do.
They could not give her more help than they are giving her. It's amazing what this doctor is doing. They set her up with, nutritionists, therapy
whatever
people,
she needs.
anything she needs.
Physical therapy.
She fucking is just a piece of shit.
It's like that fucking fatso on Long Island who just can. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't feel empathy for the drunk driver who gets sober, decides to drink again, and then runs into somebody again, then gets sober again, and then decides to drink again, and then runs into somebody.
Yeah.
It's like you're making a choice to not address your addiction.
Yeah. Right. Let me say hi to Cigars and Scotch. Hey, it's been a while, brother. How are you?
Not for me. I've been here.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, CNS.
This is one of the old timers, Cigars and Scotch.
That's an unhealthy message.
How long you been listening for?
Since you started, WNEW.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Right on. What do you got today, brother?
Party, I remember that one. For me, the enabler is the same person that wants to give every kid a Valentine.
Oh, shit. You didn't just say that to Jimmy.
Oh, boy.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
Nah, I don't think it's right. Because I think the motive is different. I think the enabling motive, there's a patheticness in the enabler where you're directly contributing to the downfall of a person. You're not just trying to make somebody who is, probably...
trying to make them feel good, though. It's like, this would be more difficult. To say no to Big Fatso is making her feel sad. She's not happy in the moment. She's not going to grow. It's to make it all better now. I don't know, to me it's just the same mentality.
But do you not see the difference between a 600-pound selfish woman and a guy feeding her to death and making an uglier kid who's in kindergarten feel a little bit better about himself?
Yeah, there's like a 560-pound difference. But other than that...
But I mean, do you see no difference at all in those two scenarios?
It's all well-meaning, but you're fucking up the person in the end.
But you don't see... So you think that if you're an enabler and you're feeding someone's addiction, it's the same as wanting all the kids to get Valentine's Day cards?
Well, if part of that is addiction too. It's like, instead of learning, like, well, maybe the other kids don't like me because my personality sucks, I'll just get this anyway. Or sometimes, like, hey, maybe not everyone likes me. It's keep telling someone they're special. It's all meant to feel good.
Yeah, but I understand. But the difference between an adult and when you say Valentine's Day cards, we're not talking high school students, because I'd agree with you. But they're fucking really small kids who don't have the mental wherewithal to make the decisions or have the discussion we're having.
But that's how you learn and grow, though. That's how you find your way, like early disappointment.
It's also how you become extremely disenchanted and unhappy, too.
Which breeds creativity.
Sometimes it does, sure. Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does, but not always.
Hey, Mr. Cigars and Scotch.
Hey.
I do appreciate your, whenever a celebrity dies, Cigars and Scotch has the most tasteless, horrible thing. What's some of your Shirley Temple stuff? You had to have written some.
Well, I wrote one. How do you make a Shirley Temple?
How?
Dig a 6-foot hole, add grenadine and maraschino cherries.
See, that's wow. But I guess that's a hard one.
All right, brother. I want to move on to these clips.
Yes,
Thank you.
I disagree with it being the same thing.
I think you're absolutely correct, Cigars and Scotch.
Cigars, the letter N, Scotch on Twitter.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, sir. Thanks for being faithful to our show.
Oh, yeah.
As others have tapped out over the years.
Right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I remember. Oh, shut up. Go. Fucking don't tell me about it. Just go. You think I call a fucking television station when I stop watching? Hey, I don't used to watch, but I don't, because I've changed. I don't want to acknowledge that I've changed, so I'm going to blame you. Oh, just fuck off. Gives a fuck.
Yeah, we still have enough.
Yes.
As long as we have enough people listening, that's all that matters at the end.
Call the station.
It's just this ludicrous fucking... How about you take a little responsibility?
No.
I get put in check almost every night. You know, performing. Almost every night I'm put in check at one moment during my set. Some nights it's a lot of being put in check. Some nights it's not as much. But there's always a moment where I'm kind of like, all right, you're not fucking infallible.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, so after surgery, they check on Penny to see how it's going.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many times are you eating?
3 times a day.
Are you able to finish the whole thing you're eating?
A meal? No.
The less you eat, the better it is.
I'm like 5 or 6
but
plates.
the miracle
right
are happening that you haven't lost any weight.
No, I've definitely lost weight.
Well, let's check your stomach, okay?
I keep in there. Oh, you don't want to go that low.
Really, your belly doesn't look like you have lost anything.
Oh my God! I used to have a wad like this to take my needles, and now it's this.
Penny's not really making the changes that we wanted to make psychologically and cooperate and become a person that wants to get well.
Look at my nightgown. It goes all the way.
I don't need to look at your nightgown. You can get up and stand up on a scale. We can check your weight.
I can't stand today, honestly.
And not today? Okay.
Yeah,
I can't stand today.
I can't
I'm too
stand
weak.
today.
Yeah, she's disgusting.
She can't even stand today.
The doctor's saying you're not losing any fucking weight.
She's a disgusting.
But how does he know that? Just by looking at her?
Just looking. He knows.
Okay.
He's one of those doctors. He could tell.
He sees this shit every day, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's hateable. Penny's hateable.
She won't even stand up.
No. I can't stand today to get on the scale. Work. Get the fuck up, you pig.
Now, 6 months after the surgery.
6 months.
Penny checks in from home.
I need to get something in me, and I feel like I'm dropping all my sugar. There's really only so many popsicles and soups and cream of wheat you can take before you're done with it.
Oh, I see.
I cannot function without wontons. They're not the best thing for.
No, they're terrible for you.
Without what?
Wontons.
I can't function?
First of all, how about this, Piggy?
Pork.
You've had your fill.
Yes. You've had your
You
fill.
had enough wontons. You've treated yourself enough. You've spoiled yourself enough.
Yeah.
And you can find. They're not a little bad for you.
No.
They're fucking terrible for you. You morbidly obese, in denial idiot.
Everything about them is against the money that you've gotten, your son, your husband, your useless husband, the family and friends that have given you money, the doctor, the surgery, all that. That wonton goes against all that.
Yeah.
They're not the best thing for me.
Farting.
Doctor is out, and it's going to be like, why is she eating that? But I can eat all of this by myself, and it wouldn't be as detrimental to me as not eating.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong because I'm not a doctor, but the deep frying, I felt that was healthier than us ordering out.
What?
So the rationalization going on here is bizarre. She, on one hand, is saying she's got like this big tub of fucking pork, and she's mixing it up to make wontons.
Right.
And then she says, you know, it would be worse for me to not eat than to eat this, so I'll eat this.
And then the guy says this is better, deep frying this shit is better than ordering takeout?
Yeah. So he rationalizes it that way.
Seems exhausting.
They got a deep fryer in his house.
They're deep frying shit. She's
exhausting.
bedridden. She's still completely bedridden because of her fat. She's on the government till because of her fat. And they're deep frying stuff.
And he's just the fact are they this dumb?
I couldn't tell you the last time I deep fried something.
Deep fried?
But I would love to.
Oh,
can you imagine?
Would you not want
deep frying some wontons right now?
Great.
Who wouldn't want that?
What a fucking
little soy sauce.
Oh, wonderful.
But I need these wontons.
I need them. There's only so much soups and.
So they're forcing her to go to the doctor for a 6-month checkup.
Yeah.
Forcing her because obviously she doesn't even want to do that.
Nah, she don't want to go.
I have spent the last 6 months giving it all I have to lose weight and have been successful in losing weight.
No, you haven't.
Did you guys put me over your head so I can work on the bathroom? I would like the scale to be lower than last time because that's my goal every time I step on it.
She's delusional.
So what's going on with you?
It's all good. Lots of nice new hanging skin everywhere.
Well, hanging skin is not a problem. What is your weight doing?
Well, I haven't been able to be weighed.
How come?
I don't have a scale.
You don't walk around?
No, not yet.
We weigh you right now and you see how much you lost.
Oh, it's a lot of pain. Oh, she's trying to get up. She's
oh, attention me.
You can't have a goal if you're deep frying wontons.
Deep frying wontons.
You can't say you have a goal at that point.
Deep frying wontons.
You have hope, maybe. That you can change, but that's not an official goal.
You're looking for a miracle.
You're not in the goal phase.
Yeah.
So you haven't lost any weight. You gained weight since the surgery. Okay? You should be right now walking. You should be around 250 pounds.
250 pounds
what
you should
we have here is failure to lose weight.
Yeah.
To lose weight. Same guy, right?
He's a little Indian guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
So she's put weight on since the surgery.
Yes,
she's gained weight.
That's pretty much impossible.
Yeah, that's...
At first, anyway. I guess eventually what? You stretch everything out and you can start...
She dropped a very little bit of weight. Maybe
What's
30,
a little?
Maybe 30 pounds.
I was going to say 280.
Very little. And then she just started gaining weight again because she eats fried food.
You should be around 250 pounds.
She should be
I feel
walking.
that the scales were wrong in the beginning and that I weighed more than what that was.
How wrong could the scales be?
There.
Look, Penny, quit crying because this is for your benefit, okay? You know how many people like you, I signed their death certificate and later on I thought, what could I have done to get across to them? And I'm not getting across to you either.
There has been change. Look, I mean, it's hanging off my shoulders.
You just trying to convince yourself, okay? Whatever
So
you
you
say.
can't convince yourself that your sleeves come past your hands now, and they never did that.
Penny.
I can reach my vagina and clean it myself. I couldn't do that 6 months ago.
What you're saying, it really make no sense, okay?
Then I'm going to have to just go home where I can try and get something else.
I don't think this conversation is getting anywhere. It's your life and your decision.
Oh, God.
Just a selfish fuck.
She's trying to tell the doctor that, my skin is hanging, this, that. The scale doesn't fucking lie. She's gained weight. And then she's trying to say the scale, I think the scale was off when I first got on it. It's like, how? It was off by 250 pounds.
And plus, that way they can't check the scale now.
Right,
Like
yes.
if she said the scale's broken now, they could just say, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
I think maybe before.
I'm just gonna, and then she's just, I'm just gonna go home and lay in your fat woman's stink bed.
Yeah.
Your fat bed.
And eat.
And fucking, and sickening, groveling, fucking awful, codependent slob that's married to her. fucking, and he'll justify all day too. It just was, I thought it was better to, I just didn't, because he has zero backbone.
None.
Zero.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me. Where is she going? How
Yeah,
is
right.
she
She
gonna
can't
leave
even
you?
move.
Can we see these monsters? How cool would it be?
Yes, no, with Google Earth.
I mean, where you get to knock on the door and they go, "Come on in."
Oh wow!
They just set up an exhibit for you. How cool would that be?
You put $1 in the box outside their house.
Something like that. How amazing! Seeing a woman taking up an entire king size bed.
Yeah,
that would rule.
When they took her to the hospital. For that to weigh, like the ambulance has to show up.
Right.
The fucking ambulance shows up.
The fire department has to be there.
The fire department has to now show up. The fucking fire department and take her sheets and lift them up and haul her outside. It's a big thing.
Who funds the fire department?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Let's we gotta speed this along because we have someone calling in as well. After 9 months, Penny won't go to the doctor, so a nutritionist goes to her house.
Yeah.
I think I was told by the doctor I failed because I didn't meet what goal he wanted, but I didn't have the appropriate tools given to me. Come in!
Didn't have the appropriate tools given to me.
Dr. Nelson asked me to come meet with you.
Right.
And so what I want to do first is get a little history. What was your motivation for seeking out surgery?
I'm sorry, and you can take this route if you want, but I find that to be an asinine question.
Okay.
So, like, the motivation is obviously...
I swear to God, just let her die. Who gives a
Exactly.
fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Yep. Here comes a woman, part of this giant team that's there to help her.
What's wrong with these psychologists, psychiatrists, and nutritionists? Just go, all right, you know what? I'm wasting my fucking time. There's other people that I'm an expert at this shit that I could actually help. So go fuck yourself. Die. You know, die.
It's an asinine question. It's not. She's gonna go. I needed to lose the weight. Yeah. But what's your motivation?
Right. Motivation
to get out of bed to see your kids. What a belligerent pig.
There are so many people that need help and that probably would do way better at the help. So you just let this one go. Fuck, you don't need to save everyone. Fuck her.
What's her explanation for why it's an asinine question? Because Penny's about to tell her why it's an asinine question.
Sure. I've watched like 3 of these shows. I watched like 1,800 pounds of this show, and this woman is the most hateable fucking thing. The other people are amazing. They lose weight. They're trying. They're working.
I like that we bring some of this to our show, but there's no fucking way I'd be able to watch this regularly.
No, because the other people are very good. They realized and they worked at it and actually lose weight.
Realize that
they're proud of themselves. Their family helps.
Life raft. Grab it.
And this fucking pig who wouldn't. She just looking a gift her in the mouth.
And you're just playing into her shit.
Yeah.
Go, all right, you know what? Do it your way.
Yeah.
I got someone else to see anyway. Go. You know, I'm gonna go later. Bye.
Yeah. So listen how she treats this fucking woman.
Okay.
So, like, the motivation is obviously to lose weight and regain what it's to get back whatever you haven't had because of it.
Or do you have goals of meeting certain expectations that you may have?
Absolutely not. Will not do that. Will not do that. It's a way for people to very easily get comfortable, sit on their laurels, and not achieve to their best ability.
Good for you. Good for you.
So she won't make goals.
Yeah, I don't make goals. Yeah, that was Piggy.
That
was Piggy.
Yeah, I know. Good for you.
Yeah, an excuse, trying to use therapeutic lingo to justify why she's a fucking lazy lump.
Yeah.
Well, you got the nutritionist now going through her kitchen. Now, remember, this lady can't go to the supermarket, so now we have to fucking point the finger at the husband.
That's it.
What's in the kitchen?
She goes through the
You
kitchen.
want to check the fridge first?
While you're in there, she can help you clean it out.
Oh, yeah. We got the ham, we got corn and potatoes, coleslaw, eggs, and then that's the pie for Thanksgiving.
What do we have here?
That's the pie for Thanksgiving. Maybe you don't have pie this Thanksgiving.
You know, because Pig needs another treat.
Right.
Instead of telling Pig, hey, you can't have it this time because you're an inconvenience to everybody, Pig needs another treat.
Pig needs a treat.
Pig need treat. Slob give Pig treat. That's what this show should be.
Give me cupcakes for Liam.
My son, he's not a candy eater, a cookie eater. He's got, like, set things that... No, I am a cookie eater. He gets a bedtime snack and 1 snack a day.
So we have some cereals here.
They're in there trying to make them throw away your cereal. Mommy said not till you're 18 that you are going to have all the cereal you want.
You want to have nutrient-dense foods on hand. You want foods that give you vitamins and protein and give you fiber.
I know what's in there is not good.
I think maybe I made a bigger impact with Edgar than perhaps Penny. I think he maybe now has some better knowledge about what to look for at the grocery store. Egg whites are great protein. Think of produce, vegetables, fruit.
I'm not eating just whites. I hate just whites.
I'm hoping, if anything, that he gets a benefit, that he can make better choices at the store now.
Oh, so what you think?
I think it was a bunch of
This
is so stupid.
Just go do it your way, though.
Oh, she is a hateable fucking pig.
Hateable. You want to take a guess as to what cereals she wouldn't throw out, that she wouldn't stop giving her son?
Sugar Pops, fucking all that garbage.
I'm going to go with
Crunch.
Captain Crunch and Frosted Flakes.
Opie's favorite was there.
Lucky Charms for the win.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky Charms.
I don't do Lucky Charms right now.
Right.
I'm dying to have a fucking box of Lucky Charms.
Give
Trust
yourself
me.
a little treat here. Take it away for a while.
Oh, shit.
Her fucking husband should literally just bring her certain things and say, this is what I'm bringing you.
Because she can't
I ain't eating it. Then don't.
Then don't eat.
Don't eat.
Bye.
There you go. And then shut the door to her pigsty.
Yep.
That's it.
Bye. Final clip. Penny goes in for her 1-year checkup.
1 year. She
After
should
the
be
surgery, right?
Moving around, active,
Yes. 1 year from the
exercising,
surgery.
everything. Yeah, 1 year.
With that surgery, if you weigh 630 pounds, it's safe to say you could easily have lost 200 pounds in a year, right?
More than that.
Yeah, probably.
More than that.
I was being conservative.
You're supposed to lose...
In a year?
I think in a year, yeah. You're supposed to lose a lot in that first year.
Yeah, you can lose, like, if you're 600-something pounds when you go in, you can, the doctor was saying you can lose 400 pounds in the year.
Yeah, right. 400 pounds. She should be up, moving around.
250.
Exercising. Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see how much she lost.
Oh.
Hey, really, I try everything. I don't know how I'm going to get across to you.
It's very difficult living in a world where I've given you my life and put you as my earthly God, and that's what I mean.
No matter what you say, the truth is in this guy. Okay?
I know.
Okay. Penny lives in a false reality, and she chooses to overeat. She does not admit it. The people that I operated at the same time I did your surgery, today they're 250 pounds.
I'm feeling like I've just been sucker punched again. Why didn't this do what it's supposed to do when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do? Where's my yellow brick road? Why didn't I get it? Because I'm working hard.
It's crushed under your feet. It's gravel.
Good.
At this point,
yellow glass.
Penny has an intention to change anything in her lifestyle. I don't know what will work for Penny. I hope she wakes up at some point.
Where's mine?
Otherwise, I don't think she's going to live too long.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
For me, the things that are going to come are going to be more important than the things I've already overcome.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, what does that even
See,
mean?
she needs to be told by somebody, you're self-centered in the extreme.
Yeah.
And you're extraordinarily selfish.
And the second she goes, no, you are, you say, shut up.
Your problem is...
Punch her in her liver.
Yeah, that you want what you want when you want it. You're queen baby. Big baby want what big baby want.
That's it.
And that's it. And your husband is a groveling, codependent slob.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away and see if she gets the hit. Fuck, they're not putting up with my bullshit.
When you go to
everyone knows their bullshit at the end. You just know your bullshit. And when someone calls you out, you're like, oh, fuck. Right?
When you go to detox, they don't say to you, would you like a beer? Bring me a beer. You sit there and get nothing. No. I mean, they might put you on certain medication and help the physical, but they're not bringing you beer. They're not bringing you meth. This should be treated like that, where you detox her and just give her healthy food.
Right.
I don't want it. Well, then when you lose the weight,
you
can get up and get your fucking lazy ass in there.
Get it yourself.
Ooh, that looks good. Is there any more of those? Thank you, honey.
It's honey barbecue. I don't want that one.
Oh, I thought he pulled his fly down. It's always
we got
dick sucking joke.
So what What happened with that at the end? That was it?
Nothing. He gave up, yeah.
They gave up.
Oh, good. Good for them.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say hi to my pal, Kirk Fox. What's up, Kirk?
What's going on? How did that end up? Did she eventually eat the doctor?
We can only hope.
No kidding.
The doctor was consumed, much like Quint.
Yeah, where you at with the enablers there, Kirk Fox?
Listen, I heard most of that was water weight. Was that true?
Yeah.
She drank a small swimming pool.
She's disgusting. We have no tolerance for that shit on this show.
Listen, I just want you to know I've lost a lot of my baby fat, so I'm rocking and rolling. A strong 190 if anyone's interested.
Yes, you're the thin fellow.
You do the test, obviously, which is doing very well. Have you had some of these fatties on, some of these monsters?
Listen, there's been some people with a little extra weight, but I just stay out of the middle. I do not want to ever get squished. Let's just say that. I'm very non-confrontational.
I've seen the show. I've seen the show quite a few times, and a lot of the clientele is a little rotund.
But there's also some skinny people. Meth can cause.
That is true.
Weight.
Meth,
right?
Hood rats are usually skinny.
That's right. A lot of hair.
Yes, a lot of hair.
Listen, these people are coming on, and I'm changing lives. That's all I know.
Well, I gotta congratulate you because you're in a tough fucking business, man. Like look at poor Search. She's already done.
Oh,
is that done? That show?
Pretty much, right?
He didn't get picked up.
I don't think the Search got picked up.
Search was on right after you in New York.
I mean, do we know that for sure? I mean, I think he was just doing a little trial run.
He was doing a tryout. We'll see if he gets picked up.
Right.
There's room for all of us.
Because this ain't no game, people. This ain't no game, people. Oh, wait, I'm talking to white people. Hi, how are you?
Right.
The sweater helps. The sweater makes him more...
the sweater does help.
Right, calms it down a little bit. Kind of like how you shaved your mustache to be the host of the test.
Listen, do you have to bring that up? You know I miss my stash. I haven't been able to do any crime since I've shaved it.
Yeah, you look like you have some credibility without the mustache.
Yeah, but listen, if the show keeps going, I'm gonna just fight for that stash to come back.
I hear you.
Yeah, you could start calling the shots.
Yeah, what kind of things are you tackling on the test these days?
Infidelity, family feuds, paternity disputes, anything that anyone needs to know. I mean, there's a lot of shit that you guys probably need some answers to.
Not really.
We got a guy on the show today with 33 kids, 17 mothers. So we're tackling a lot of stuff.
How did you find the guy that has 33 kids with 17 mamas?
You should be having that guy give advice to other guys how to get pussy. Right. Instead of criticizing him, you ought to be praising this guy.
I think the kids are all the same age, so that was a hell of a weekend.
That is some
33 kids, 17. Are you going to have all 17 moms on?
We couldn't afford to get that many tickets.
Yeah.
We actually have 2 women that are on there fighting over this guy. So, listen, this guy's in demand.
Yeah, that amazes me. The women fight over these guys.
That's fucked up, man.
I don't get it.
I haven't even created one, so 33 seems like a high number.
Why would you want to do that? I don't
What
get
have you
it.
noticed? What's the common denominator in these people that have these kids like this? And
they don't know what a condom is.
Oh, see? Well, a condom is something that feels awful.
Yeah, tastes awful, too.
God damn it.
But he just wasn't ready for it.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought we could do that right on stage, just tighten a knot, but I couldn't get to it.
Oh, man.
I don't get that shit. I was always so paranoid getting a chick pregnant.
You gotta yank
I don't
that thing out of
understand
there.
how fucking people are willy-nilly about that shit.
Listen, I'm still scared. I don't even have sex. I'm so frightened.
Well, you gotta grow the mustache back.
That'll do it, and then I can just take it.
Oh, the old flavor saver, right? Am I right?
How's New York? I miss you guys. I got to come back there.
I gotta tell you, New York sucks. We're having a real fucking winter for the first time in many years.
I hate it.
I mean, L.A. sucks, too. I mean, I had to play tennis for like 5 hours yesterday.
Oh, man.
Stuff I needed to do.
Yeah, so we shouldn't complain.
You guys are pussies out there, though. It gets 55 degrees and you're wearing fucking winter coats.
Oh, that's if you have the balls to go outside. If it's 55, I'm staying in.
What's wrong with you people? All of a sudden, you got a North Face jacket on. It's 55 degrees out.
Relax.
How do you not get angry at these people that you're on your show, like, and just say to them, like, what the fuck are you doing?
What's wrong with
you? How do you not scream at them?
I always remember that I'm getting paid.
Oh, right.
Nice.
But, I mean, would that hurt the show or no?
I just take it. I think about a lot of other things, and I know I have security there.
But you're very non-judgmental on that show, I've noticed.
But it's got to be. It's got to be. I'm going with Jimmy's point. It's got to be strange for you because you're a comic. So I mean, you see some of this whacked out shit in front of you. You really want to like go off, I believe.
Well, you're absolutely right, but it's tricky because they're real people, and they need this answer. So if I make a joke about it, I could lose them, and then they stop talking, or or they get angrier and angrier, and I'm trying not to incite it.
Right.
The trick for me, I gotta tell you, is trying to get to that resolution. I think that's what's making the show resonate with some people, that it's not just about the conflict. A lot of the other shows, they want that fighting, but listen, I'm a pussy at heart.
So there is resolution. What type of resolve do you get on these with these people?
Listen, if these people need an answer, they're going to get an answer.
I would think the answer is always, you're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
No, you sometimes find out that the women are just paranoid and that the guys aren't cheating. And
paranoid of what? Shutting their legs?
Yeah, that gets scary sometimes.
It can be scary, huh?
Sometimes it's hard. If you got 600 pounds, it's tough to close your legs.
Well, that's true, too. Okay, all right.
Good point.
See, I'm learning.
Good point. When is the test on there, Kirk?
Well, you can go to the testtv.com. It's on every day. I think it's on at 3 o'clock right there in
New York, 3 o'clock.
That's right.
You guys are all over the country, so is the test. If
WPIX.
someone goes to testtv.com, they can check their local listings.
Yes, I love the local listings.
Are you officially in your second season?
We're shooting some stuff right now. I mean, is anything ever really official?
No.
No. I'll say no.
No.
Exactly.
Was I right?
I think it's coming. I'd like to believe it
I think
is.
you just tested us.
Yeah.
they have me
That was
doing
a pop
radio
quiz.
and doing some TV, so I'd like to believe it's coming back.
That's a good sign.
I'll come to New York and I'll work with you guys.
Sounds good.
I think it is. I think it is.
I bet
think
you
you're
they're
doing
happy.
Very well.
I would think so. I mean, I'd like to have a job.
Well, yeah.
It's my first job, so why would I want it to end?
Yeah, you got regular work.
I've never worked before this.
That's crazy.
You got regular work for once instead of here and there stuff.
But I could always go back to teaching tennis. I still got my shorts. I got my Sergio Tacchini shorts.
That's right.
I still got my basket of balls.
He's the tennis guy.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to go out there and teach some tennis.
Tennis pro. Nice.
Yeah, I'll grow the mustache back, and I'll get right back to work.
Get them chicks.
Was that a myth? I mean, like, as a tennis pro, do you were you ever able to bang any of the girls?
I was supposed to.
Oh, what happened? You just decided against it?
No, listen, I think that comes into play.
Yeah.
I didn't start teaching tennis just for the money.
You do that thing where you stand behind them and hold the racket in their hand and go, and you swing like this.
Yeah. And you push your hard penis up against their butt.
Make them just lay on the court. And
he doesn't even do that. Just lay him on the court.
You don't need that nonsense.
No, skip right.
Did you really want to learn how to play tennis?
All right. You know what? You're a direct, right to the point guy. That's
Who was the most famous person you taught tennis to?
Mel Gibson, we played a little tennis.
Come on, really?
Listen, if you name it, I've taught them tennis. Every job I've ever gotten in a movie was because I was teaching them tennis.
That's fucking
pretty goddamn good deal right there.
But then the problem is they would keep me on the movie for 3 months, but I'd only get one line because they just wanted me playing tennis.
Oh, they just wanted to keep you playing tennis.
So they wanted to keep me on location. It was tricky, man.
Yeah. It's a nice gig, though.
I did Wyatt Earp, and, I was there for 3 months. I think I had one line, but we did play a lot of tennis. They gave me a real small horse so that I wouldn't get hurt.
What a great mustache for Wyatt Earp, by the way.
Oh, that's what they were hiring.
That's what you have to be hired for.
You got hired because of the mustache.
They weren't hiring me for my chops.
Right. Fucking Kirk Fox.
My lamb chops.
Well, listen, we got to cut this short. We got meetings and shit.
Yeah, you guys got shit going on?
Yeah, I apologize that we got to you so late today, but
that's okay. I can go right back to bed.
Nice.
Sounds good. So
lucky.
Kirk Fox and the test doing very well. Let's take a look at that, people.
All right, and I'll see you soon, Hope. I'll be out there.
Sounds great. We look forward to
Hey,
it.
and Jim, maybe one day you'll follow me on Twitter. I mean, I know you're just, afraid to.
What's your Twitter name?
Well, what do you think it would be?
It could be Kirk Fox, but I imagine that would be taken by a cyber squatter, so I was too scared to look.
No, I took it early. I took it early in life. At Kirk Fox, Kirkfox.
There you go.
I like watching everyone beat up on you, Jimmy.
All right.
Poor Jim.
I think you should add mustache to your Twitter handle somehow.
I should. Or bikini shorts. Just one ball hanging out.
one nut hanging
One nut just
out.
hanging a little lower. All right, Kirk. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, I'll see you guys. Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Right.
Kirk Fox. I like the Kirk
There he
Fox.
goes. He's a funny guy.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
You got a live read, Sam?
Oh, yeah.
I have a plug, too.
How many?
Oh.
4.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You decided to go to the bathroom at inopportune time.
That is true.
Oh, God.
Jimmy, you got a plug over there?
Yes. It's where most of my money comes from is these special nights. Atlantic City, February 15th. Late show, still availability. First 2 are sold out.
Man, are we geared up to go to that one?
Yeah, I'm glad you're coming, man.
The whole family's going. This is going to be a big one. Keith the Cop.
Wow.
And Ange. I think Vinny FBI is going. We're just friggin' loaded with people that are going to caravan down there, see Jimmy Norton, and perhaps a little blackjack.
Yeah, it's going to be a very fun weekend.
Oh, yeah, good weekend.
And then Anthony and those guys are heading to Pittsburgh February 28th.
We all then just leave.
To watch me in the Carnegie Music Hall of Homestead. Really weird. And then from there, I'm like, Aunt, you've seen me enough. But he said March 27th to 29th, he wants to be in Virginia Beach to see me. And if that doesn't work out, April 11 and 12, Side Splitters in Tampa. I'm doing the cowhead roast the night before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're
That'll be
roasting
fun.
cowhead. So that's my schedule.
That's a fun one.
Yes.
Well, I would like to tell you.
Looks
that
good.
It?
And there they are hugging after he won the
don't
gold
know.
medal. I thought that was a great moment last night.
What's the story? The kid, one kid has cerebral palsy and his brother's just in the Olympics.
Yeah, there's like a 6-year difference between the two.
Yeah.
I believe the kid with the cerebral palsy is older, actually.
He's the older brother, yeah.
Right. So.
And, he really
But he's an
does cheer it up
inspiration.
for the
He's an
for the brother.
inspiration
It's
to his
very
brother.
nice. Sure he is.
He said that.
Yep. He did say that.
You got to have these little personal stories.
I hate the personal fucking story.
Why? You don't like
they
a
always
good
try
vignette?
to dig and find tragedy. Like they found what it is that there was one of the American female skiers. I guess she was doing the slalom.
Okay.
Something with the poles, whatever the one with the poles are.
Right.
And
was it giant slalom?
No.
Was it the wacky slalom?
It was, watch the poles. Don't fucking let them go on the other side of your skis.
Yeah, well, okay. Regular slalom, probably.
It was the American girl. It was her 3rd Olympics or her 4th Olympics or some shit like that. And
Okay.
she had medaled in 2.
Right.
And then she got the bronze last night. So they have that story. And it was great. And then they go, and her grandfather, who died last year. And there he is, like, he's got a couple, they show a picture of him, he's like, Arr! He's got, like, the 2 gold medals that she already won on him. And it's like, what the fuck? They gotta find a dead relative, a fucking disabled relative, some fucking tragedy. They gotta dig up.
Why can't they have just a nice, wholesome story?
Just
why
say,
does
you know what?
Why does it have to be something like that? And everyone's grandfather dies, by the way.
Everyone's got some tragedy.
That's barely tragedy.
Right.
You just assume that's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
Right.
Guy looked old.
Guess what? My grandfather's died before I was 2.
There you
they
go.
They die.
There you go.
They're going to die a lot sooner.
Really, Opie? Why don't you tell us about it as we do this
Exactly.
radio documentary on you?
Right.
Greg Opie Hughes
My grandfather never
got into
to
radio.
see me be successful.
Yet his grandfather never saw him do radio.
He dragged himself and died
Was
of
it-
lung cancer.
Do you wish your grandfather could have seen you?
I sure do.
But then Greg Opie Hughes overcame this tragedy and went on to... That's what they do!
Yeah, I mean, enough with grandfathers dying. That just happens.
It's not tragic.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
God, please.
If your grandfather's still alive by the time you're 10 years old, consider yourself lucky.
Most of them will walk around the house like those old dogs with the cataract eyes and the hair missing.
Right.
They smell bad.
You're kidding me?
They
Now,
gotta be put down.
a grandma will fucking survive a while for you.
Yeah, she'll fucking still get by that stove and start rattling some pots and pans for you.
But old school grandpas,
Right.
fuck no. They were dropping at 60, 62.
Yeah. Old school grandpas.
Old school grandpas. I mean, there's some, you know, the newer generation grandpas, they're hanging in there a little longer, but not our generation. We didn't really see our... Do you remember your grandpa?
I remember my grandfather on my mom's side.
How old were you, though?
Let me think. But actually, probably 17 when he died.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Nice.
He was a grouchy old fuck.
Oh, they all were.
Francis. That's why my grandmother, Francis, why don't you order up some chinks?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Chinese food. He'd come in when we were eating Chinese food and be like, you all look like you're eating chinks. It's like, yes, Grandpa, we're eating chinks. he old school.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, just sitting in that fucking chair that was molded to him and watching the Mets. That was his life.
That was his thing.
Every single time I walked in that house, I'd walk up the stairs, look to the left, and there he was, in that chair watching the Mets.
Watching Ralph Kiner.
Ralph Kiner. Kiner's Corner.
Bob Lindsay.
Yep.
He just died, Ralph Kiner.
Yeah, he did, 91. And who was the other? And Murphy.
Bob Murphy.
Bob Murphy. Bob Murphy.
Was it Bob Lindsay? No, wasn't
Bob Murphy and...
Lindsay Nelson. Jesus.
Lindsay Nelson.
I should know this. Ralph Kiner, Lindsay Nelson, and Bob Murphy.
And Bob Murphy.
Bob.
Yeah.
I like this story with the CP kid.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not a complete fucking animal. I do.
I didn't mind that one.
I understand, and I think it was very nice, the way they get along and everything, and how inspirational the brother is to the Olympic skier brother. But... they just go too far with the pieces, with the dramatic, inspirational pieces. And again, I understand what Jimmy's saying. It's a big moment. The parents want to be into it. But you know what? Carry a little fucking napkin. Give the kid a little mouth wipe. The cameras are on him. They're on him. They know the cameras are on him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
And I was distracted. I couldn't enjoy the moment. See, I couldn't watch the moment and be like, because all I was like, ah!
But you're enjoying the moment because they told you to enjoy the moment because this kid has a CP brother.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Right?
Yeah. And then they couldn't stop showing him.
What's up with Bob Costas and his eye? It's getting worse.
Holy shit. It's both eyes now.
What's going on?
Dude, it's both eyes now. His fucking...
The whole Olympics is about him and his eyes.
His left eye
was
fucked.
Right?
And now it's his right eye, too.
What is it?
I don't know. I think it's ricin. I think the Russians are fucking trying to kill him.
You think he's officially blind, but he's not telling anybody?
He's not telling it. Another story of courage.
What is going on with his eyes?
I don't know. I think it's
pink eye.
Some type
but
of
pink
infection.
Eye goes away quickly, I think. I think that goes away within a few days.
I think he's got some kind of infection.
Proper attention.
Some kind of eye infection.
Well, how do you get that? I don't want to get that shit.
I know. I'm watching it just going, I don't want this.
To get that shit. It was his left eye, but it seems like it's gone to both eyes.
It went to both eyes now. And he's got the glasses on, and his eyes are just runny and red, and the left one's half shut. Oh, it's terrible.
I don't remember him wearing glasses, so I guess he can't get contacts in at this point.
Yeah, no, he can't get a contact in there.
I don't remember him. I think he usually goes without the glasses.
It's like a kitten on the Sarah McLachlan commercials.
Yeah.
His eyes all... You know when he wakes up, how crusted shut those fucking eyes are? Probably takes him the whole day just to uncrust his eyes.
I asked for this yesterday, the retired Winter Olympic sports.
Oh, right.
We got the list.
Yeah.
Because they used to do some wacky things. There used to be something called bandy.
Bandy?
Mm-hmm.
The hell's that?
Ice hockey with a ball instead of a puck.
That don't sound very good.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Is that where the expression bandy about
probably
comes from?
Very good, Jim Norton. You would do well on Jeopardy.
Yes.
I went out for Jeopardy.
We've still got the two biggest jumps on the course to come.
Wow.
The first of these is the leg jump.
Oh my God, look at how steep
like
that is.
Straight down.
How rough and bumpy.
This is a real crazy...
You gotta stay in between those blue lines.
Relax. Even out on the flat section.
He's holding a camera.
Right.
I don't understand how you can do that.
As we go over the deer jump.
I thought this was pretty impressive.
Yeah, man.
Down here. Tucking towards the line. Whoa.
Where's the jumps?
Wow.
Oh, he went over?
Wow.
I guess.
That It's one of the most testing Olympic downhill courses
that guy should get a medal.
I've ever skied. And I raced 5, and I've skied 4 with a camera. That's tough.
Bravo.
That guy's a fucking show-off.
Yeah, put that up
for your legs.
Wow.
What are we? Owen Day Show on Facebook and Twitter. So we'll put that video up there for you if you haven't seen it yet. So
yeah.
Wow.
That's intense.
What else about the Olympics?
Crazy.
That was about it, I guess. Last night.
Yeah,
the highlights.
Yeah. Those.
And what's going on with the snowboarding course or something?
I don't know. I guess the pipe's a little dodgy this time around.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They're doing it. I'm not even sure when because it's goddamn time difference.
Right.
But Shaun White, I guess, goes today.
Is he the tomato kid?
He's the redhead. Yeah.
The tomato, but he cut his hair.
They did a little piece on him.
Flying tomato,
too.
I think.
Yeah.
What was his tragedy?
Well, when he was on the pipe attempting something and went up and came crashing down on his back on the lip of the pipe and had to go to the hospital and everything. Right. So they had this whole dramatic thing of him being on the pipe again and, oh, what do I do? Oh, I can't get over this. I think he's scared.
Did you see the snowboarder that slammed the back of her head?
Ow.
And cracked her helmet right in half?
Whoa. Really? I didn't see that.
Oh, my God. That was the other night.
Damn.
It was a slam back. Just how her skis caught or something. Just flew her backwards really hard and just cracked her helmet right in half.
I don't know what it is about the Winter Olympics. They really aren't as watchable as the Summer Olympics. Well, they don't have the same watchability.
Right. There's the video. Watch. See that crack? How she just slams backwards?
Yeah, she really fucking
cracked her helmet right in half.
Did she die?
No, she's cool. She finished the course. She wanted to finish anyway.
Damn.
Wait, after this, she got up and finished?
Yeah, she laid there for a little bit. Maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then she got up and finished.
Did that hurt her time?
These fucking overachievers. Jesus Christ. They're in their early 20s, some of these fucking people, and the teens, and they're, at the Olympics. Crazy.
We're going to get help here. Ryan in Virginia. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, What's up, buddy?
Hey, so I don't know if there's any video of it because it happened during a practice run, but in '92, there was a speed skier from Switzerland that during his run collided with a snow machine. That had to be absolutely brutal. So I wonder if Sammy can get off his ass and find that video real quick for us.
I do remember that. Okay, that was '92. Yeah, he was speed skiing and went off course or something and hit a fucking snow machine.
And
secondly, Kumia, you don't think the Winter Olympics are watchable. There's no black guys in it. You gotta love the Winter Olympics, man.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't say it's not watchable. I said it doesn't have the watchability of the Summer Olympics. I think the Summer Olympics do much better as far as ratings go than the Winter Olympics. It's just
there's some pretty obscure shit in the Winter Olympics that's left. I know they got rid of a lot of pretty lame sports, but there's still some obscure shit. I mean, I can't get into curling, man. I don't understand it. I don't even know how you score it. How do you make points?
It's shuffleboard. That's all.
Shuffleboard. You gotta get your little fucking stone in the middle of the target, and then you gotta prevent the other team from doing the same.
Shuffleboard on ice, and you get you get to sweep a little bit to slow down the stone, make it go faster, curve it a little bit toward the button. Yeah, it's called the button, right?
I always think of Jimmy going shucka shucka shucka.
That's what they're doing with the little brooms.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Shucka shucka.
Got to be a good shucka shucka shucka.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Ryan.
What an aggressive caller.
I know.
I hate the way curling, the way the person who pushes it out slides perfectly. Because the form, it's like you're doing a yoga pose almost when they push it out.
Yeah, when they first push it out.
Just ginger. How much fun is that? What do you do with the curling? I'm the one they push out like a Hummel, and my arm is straight. I keep my arm straight. Big fucking whoop.
It's very important, though.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely important.
How do they not knock all the other ones? You know how fucking fast I'd trip over the other ones and bop them all over? Get yelled at?
Disqualified or something.
There's only, I think, 30 people that know how to do this properly.
Yeah. We're one to do it. Here he is. Look at him on the fucking ground.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing great players together in a very limited population.
There he goes.
Yeah, so get perfect form.
We're down to Skip Stones here in the 8th end. U.S. with
we're at the 8th end.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
China. First and 2.
What's this guy yelling for? They know where they're going.
He's telling them what part to sweep.
Just wants to make sure he
Oh,
that was
nice, huh?
Wow, they knocked that other one right into the fucking gutter.
But he
That was
didn't.
nice.
He didn't land it on the button though.
No.
But the button is pretty protected right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the other stone.
You got to slide straight out, ginger with your arm, perfect.
Yes.
And then you just yell, left, shave it, right. Fuck you, we're right here, we see it. I'm fucking meddling.
Food's here.
Oh, man.
Food's here. We're going to take a break.
Might as well, right?
Get into some other shit. A lot going on today. I wanted to play this yesterday. I don't think it's too late. The Beatles thing. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked a few of the performances. And Dave Grohl did an amazing version of Hey Bulldog.
Why wouldn't he?
So we'll go to break with this.
We were talking earlier before the show about a few political things going on, and Opie loves putting the "your boy" tag on various politicians.
Well, I said your boy Governor Christie's in trouble.
Your boy Governor Christie. I'm like, my boy? I don't.
Now they're looking at flight logs for his helicopter. There's a strong possibility that Governor Christie flew over the George Washington Bridge after the fucking lane closures.
For nothing more than just to look at the traffic jam and chuckle.
They want his helicopter flight log.
Yeah, they want the flight log. Who was on there? Because it might be one of the guys that was...
He was up in the air that day. They know that much. And now they want to see if they took a little ride up the Hudson River to see how traffic was on the GWB. Your boy's in trouble, brother.
Well, your boy de Blasio, Opie. Did you see the State of the City address? Start opening up that old pocketbook.
He's nuts.
I just never liked my trachea.
But
you know what?
Isn't he 60
something?
something?
Like your trachea, you should do something about it.
Why would you do that surgery?
Exactly.
I would assume he's at least 60.
Because he lost his mind.
Have you ever met him? Like your fucking trachea?
Right.
How does that bother you? Your Adam's apple.
I've
never
noticed my Adam's apple before.
It's whatever it is.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ.
What's a nice Adam's apple?
You wish it was smooth, don't you? Wish I would shave it down.
I like a nice Adam's apple.
That's pretty good. Bruce Jenner looks like Billie Jean King did back in the 70s.
Yeah, look.
And he's growing out his nails,
He's growing out his nails.
Oh, boy.
Why would you grow out your fingernails? Is that a thing guys in Hollywood are doing? Is that a...
No.
It's not a thing yet. Okay. Because you never know.
And look, he is growing breasts. This is insanity.
Yeah, because they're not like man boobs.
No.
Plus, he's an athlete. He would know how to keep man boobs away.
Right.
You sure he's not sick? I don't know if he's got nothing.
I don't think.
What kind of sick turns you into a woman? Holy shit.
I don't know. But no one's talking.
There's something there.
I just can't think of it either. I'm running through every disease. Physically, I mean.
No one be talking, no.
No.
So.
That's something.
It absolutely is. But I did watch the Olympics a little bit.
I'll bet.
A lot of those sports are for privileged people.
You think?
Were you able to grow up and do this as a casual sport?
No.
Were you allowed to go speed skating?
No.
Or do curling?
No.
I mean, most of us, if you lived in a colder climate, you got to ski a little bit, but that's about it.
Yeah. I guess with the Summer Olympics, for the most part, if you could run fast, you'll do pretty good.
Summer Olympics you can relate to because you did a lot.
As long as you can run.
You did a lot of those sports, kind of growing up and just fooling around in your backyard or whatever. But winter sports, that's for rich people. You had to have money to do most of these sports, don't you think?
We had a curling team in my high school, but I was never
You
part
had a
of it.
curling team?
No.
Oh, wow. There you go. That was good.
That was good. See, you got to do it quick.
I realized that because I was going to...
That was good.
I wouldn't have lasted.
You saw the speed skating thing?
Yeah.
They took the gold away from that guy?
Yeah, it was like right after the race was done. I guess there were a couple of brothers.
Twin brothers.
Right. And they had medaled, but it looked like they were going to get the silver and the bronze.
Right.
And this other guy comes through the timing, the timing gate, whatever it is at the end, and they have his time, and it's a gold medal run.
He needed like something .72, and he got something .72.
And they looked
on the nose.
They looked and went, "Oh no, we're going to take a 1/100th of a second off of your time." And
why?
I guess because they looked and. It looked like his hand was over the line first, but it had to be when your skate is over the line.
But isn't that automatic?
You'd think.
It's not automatic?
I don't know. I guess they review the picture, the photo finish.
In this day and age, they can't put something on the skate to make it automatic?
You'd think, right?
Because when you run road races, it's just automatic now.
Yeah.
Was it in your shoe?
You get oh, God, I have to say this word. You get a chip.
What's that?
That you put on your sneaker, and then your time is, automatic.
Yep.
So you would assume they could do that with skating.
You'd think.
But they took a look and decided no, huh?
Yeah, so they gave it to the brother, one of the brothers.
Right.
And took it away from this guy.
Right.
Who then gets the silver, I guess.
And then he had to cry like a little bitch.
He had to bitch his way on the ice.
He had to cry like a little bitch.
With his little ice skates. Why don't you go do a twirl and fucking whine?
Right. Yeah. Snap out of it.
Yeah, go grab a girl and go fucking figure skating doubles. You
right.
Go figure eight and yell ta-da, stupid.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty devastating, though.
It broke down like a little bitch.
A little bitch. But it is pretty cool to watch. Those motherfuckers.
I kind of like the speed skating. I'm enjoying that.
It's fucking insane how fast those guys are going.
Yeah.
How fast do they go?
How they can
7 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's not very fast. But when they turn and they're leaning into some of those turns, it just looks like they should slide right out into the fucking wall.
It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. What else was on last night?
The big story last night was the inspirational story from Canada,
right?
Of course, with the freestyle moguls, and you got the guy, whatever the fuck.
Oh, the CP brother.
Yes, and they can't stop talking about it.
Are you a human being or not? Did that affect you, that little video package they put together?
No, it didn't.
Why?
It just didn't.
Why doesn't that pull at your heartstrings
a little bit? It annoyed me because it was pandering.
Well, there is some pandering.
It looked like it was pandering. I appreciate a brother's, love for his brother.
Right.
That's great. And the fact that the guy's got cerebral palsy and
that's great.
No, and he goes.
New sentence?
Yes,
okay.
New sentence.
All right. Jesus. So you're just adding on all the things that were great.
The fact that he was with his brother in Vancouver.
Right.
And now in Sochi. And it is. That right there is the end of it. But when they start putting the fucking the music and the fuzzy lens and getting people to start crying, it's just knock it the fuck off.
The sunrise shot?
Yeah, the sunrise shot.
The sunrise shot where you don't really see the person he's walking.
The childhood pictures.
Walking to somewhere.
Yeah.
They always have to walk somewhere during a sunrise for those video packages. Where are you going?
And it was all well and fine.
Go have breakfast.
The package.
Yes.
The little package. That's fine. But then they showed him do his run.
Right.
And he wins a gold medal.
Right.
It's fucking amazing.
Second time, right?
Yeah. The guy tore it up. And they show his brother. This is Alex Billad. What's his name? Alex Billad. And there he is. There's his brother.
And there's his brother Billad.
He wins, and they show his brother Frederick. And he's cheering, of course.
Right.
They keep the camera on him a little too long every time because he has just shit flying out of his mouth. His whole chin was wet. He was literally drooling.
Well, that's what
I know. I understand it's an illness.
CP.
I understand. But his parents are right there.
Right.
You know the TV cameras are on you.
Right.
Wipe the kid's mouth, for the love of Christ.
They probably have given up on wiping his mouth at this point.
You know what? All the other days of the year, you could wipe his, not wipe his mouth. On the Olympics, when your other son wins the gold, and you know the camera's going to be on young Frederick, wipe his fucking mouth. It was foaming spit,
but you can't
coming down his chin.
But that stuff doesn't come through the TV. You're going to be all right.
No, I saw it.
You saw it.
The parents were actually they were actually concentrating on the moment and the win instead of worrying about the aesthetics of perhaps their child's drooling.
Yeah, to make sure the other kid.
There was a high school. I did.
Shut up.
I know. Now
You're smiling
because now how is this going to sound after my last lie? There's no way I can sell this after my
you're
lie.
Smiling, and then you're trying to trick us, and you go, all right, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get on in high school. I missed it by 2 people.
See, you're
He's just laughing. He's not even a smile. He's laughing. I missed it by 2 people. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
By the way, we have curling on. I think she's Swedish. There's a Swedish broad with dark hair and ridiculous blue eyes.
Yeah.
She's
very sexy.
Incredibly sexy. If you can find a picture of her just so the boys could appreciate her.
Yes, punch her up.
I don't know if they're playing right now, but who's playing the curling right now?
It's China and the U.S.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're showing. Who knows what's live anymore? Oh, it's live. Okay.
So then another retired Winter Olympic sport.
Yeah.
Military patrol. They had to do cross-country skiing, ski mountaineering, and then rifle shooting.
Wow.
So what, they cross-country skied, then climbed a bit, and then shot.
Shoot. Yeah.
Then there was the ice stock, the German variant of curling. Competitors slide ice stocks. I guess that would be ice blocks.
They
right?
get a block of ice?
It's stolen Jewish art, and they push it
over an ice surface, aiming for a target or to cover the longest distance. Then there was skijoring.
What the hell is that?
I think that's how you say that. Skijoring. A person on skis is pulled by dogs, horses, or a form of mechanized transportation, such as a snowmobile.
Wow.
So that's some, like, gladiator shit.
That's skitching.
Yeah, exactly.
They're skitching.
Sled dog racing they got rid of. Winter pentathlon.
What is that?
Cross-country skiing, shooting, downhill skiing, fencing, horse riding.
Fencing?
And then horse riding.
They put fencing into the Summer Olympics.
Right. Speed skiing. This is insane.
Oh.
And I remember, I think this was still going on when we were, like, very young.
Oh, is this just point them downhill and see how fast you can go?
This is downhill in a straight line as quickly as possible. I do believe this used to be on Wide World of Sports or something.
Yeah.
And they would hit ridiculous speeds. Can you find maybe a clip of that? That's not her.
It's not her?
Beautiful, too.
She's very cute.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of has very dark hair and like, crystal blue eyes.
Ooh.
Downhill in a straight line as quickly as possible.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I bet a lot of people got hurt.
Because even is this one of them?
Oh, that's the speed record. These are like ski speed records. In '97, I guess they were doing this. Just point them downhill. Yay, yeah, it's good. He's in a good tuck position. Wow, he's going pretty fast.
Get the fuck out of here.
There are so many ways to get fucked up doing that.
Well, he still fell at the end.
Right.
Wow. Holy shit. That's fast.
They have a camera under the, like kind of like a GoPro almost.
Right. This, I think, is. I think a guy died doing this. I feel like a guy died doing this probably a good 15, 20 years ago. I said the Swiss team, Jim. The chick Opie's looking for is on the Swiss team. I thought I said that. Or did I say...
You did. I thought you said Swiss.
Oh.
Maybe Sweden.
So you got that. You got speed skiing, downhill in a straight line as quickly as possible. Synchronized skating is not an Olympic sport anymore. 8 to 20 skaters skate as a team. Yuck.
How boring is that?
There she is.
Oh, get a good picture.
You gotta, like, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's pretty solid, isn't it?
Fucking eyes.
Nice, right?
Piercing.
Snowshoeing. Race wearing snowshoes.
That sounds stupid.
And then ski ballet. Choreographed routines performed going down a smooth slope.
I remember that.
That's relatively recent. I remember that one, too.
And it looked so stupid.
Right.
They're trying to be graceful like they would on skates. But it's like they got these big skis on.
Right.
And it just looks like they're lumbering on the snow.
I think they got rid of that one only a few Olympics ago.
That's gotta be.
Right. So.
My nose is stuffy.
Did you see the guy that took the GoPro down the downhill mountain? The men's downhill mountain? Yeah, this is an older clip, but
it's a man dancing on skis.
You can't be graceful with the poles.
He is, though.
I wonder why they got rid of this.
Oh, God.
Oh, this was an event?
Yeah.
I thought this was this guy fucking around.
This was for medals.
That's boring.
How embarrassing to have a medal for that.
Exactly. He's just kind of fucking skating with skis on.
This is the proper language for this sport, too, by the way. You see the guy that took he's a commentator for NBC, and he wanted to show you what the men's downhill was all about, so he went down with a GoPro and then another, no, not even a GoPro, a camera.
Really?
To get that first man perspective. Holy fuck. If you haven't seen that video out there, go look it up. That's
amazing when you watch them going around those curves.
But he doesn't have any ski poles. It's the men's downhill.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going a little slow, but not. I mean, he's going pretty fucking fast, and he's got a camera. I think this is
the course is intimidating.
Intimidating.
Let's go have a look at it. Pushing out hard. It's already quite rough and bumpy, and you're onto this first tight turn.
Oh my God!
It's called the toboggan. Gotta come out high of this turn because we're setting up for the steeper.
How good is this? The guy can hold a camera and talk.
That's what I was thinking. No ski poles. And it looks like he has a GoPro on the tip of one of his skis.
Jesus.
Good speed down here. 46%. Just ran a little bit wide. Coming out.
To get a blue streak so you don't lose your way?
Yeah, that's relatively new.
Wow. That is an insane start to the men's downhill. And now you've got the toughest part of the course coming up. Over the Russian trampoline. Massive flight.
He catches air.
Bumpy traverse. It's hard on the ski here.
You'd be dead if you tried that.
Oh, without a
You'd
doubt.
just be dead.
Look at this section called Big Pan. 8 sweeping turns.
This guy's no kid either.
No. He must have competed or something.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. It looks like he's going pretty fast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, he's moving.
And obviously he's not doing an Olympic run, but this is crazy.
My legs are burning up.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's do this. Good morning, everyone.
Yay, another
Welcome.
day.
Yeah, another day.
Hi.
Another dollar.
Hi, peoples.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everyone.
Oh, my asshole calmed down just in time for the radio show. Thank God.
Oh, I certainly have.
Man, you get a little older, you can't deal with jalapenos.
Would you have some spicy?
A little spicy jalapeno burrito wrap. Ooh. It said spice. It said peppers. It said spicy and sweet peppers. I'm like, oh, that sounds
Where'd
nice.
you get it?
Just at one of these bodega type places.
Oh boy.
Went to the corner. One of those make-your-own salad places. Well, they make the
Burrito
salad
from a bodega? You're fucking brave, dude.
I know, that is brave.
They make a salad for you. No, this is a really clean place. A very respected place.
Oh.
They have very nice wraps and stuff. But I started picking out those jalapenos, realizing, fuck. You know, you start pushing fucking 40, and you can't deal with jalapenos anymore.
No.
All right, good. And and I woke up this morning, and I've been on the toilet ever since.
Oof.
And, man, I think it was puckering or something, because it was just like...
Was doing that thing, like when you watch a horse take a dump and his butt's like...
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah. But it calmed down just in time.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had to share that with everybody, but between that and the NutriBullet, man, things are a-flowing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Things are a-flowing.
Yeah, just the look of that, it looks like you're going to be shooting that out your ass.
Oh, you want to know what it is? Well, thanks for asking.
Yes, what's in the NutriBullet today?
Well, you got some leafy spinach. A little bit of kale.
Oh.
I took Sam's suggestion.
And put cum in it?
I put cum in it.
Dumped directly into asshole.
A whole navel orange.
Oh, wow.
Even though he doesn't know what a navel orange is, but I do. And a half a banana. And some pineapple chunks.
How does it all fit in there?
And my boost today, because you need the boost.
Gotta have the boost.
But my boost is very different than most people's boost. Because it's not on the official boost list.
Oh, no.
They give you an official boost list.
You went off book.
I did go off book. A nice handful of raw oatmeal to keep me full.
The raw oatmeal. What is the boost supposed to do?
I don't know. It's
give you a boost.
Give
you a boost. Yeah. Doesn't the whole thing kind of give you a boost? A lot of sugar in there.
You think the sales department is smart enough to call the NutriBullet people at this point?
No. Oh, boy.
No, I don't think so either.
No, why would they be?
The guy, the NutriBullet people, tweet me all the time. They're very excited. And I'm not, we talk about our lives, that's all. But people are buying these fucking things now because we're talking about it on the radio show, or mostly me.
So wouldn't you think you would,
You would think they would call the NutriBullet people, but then what, like you said before the show, they have a way of fucking up advertisers.
Every
time. Because the NutriBullet people probably would just like to buy maybe a small schedule. I don't even know. I'm not in contact with them in that way, but they would probably I would assume buy a small package just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But of course they'll fucking try to.
We need a 5-year commitment.
A 5-year commitment at $100,000 a month. Like, holy fuck!
Come on, let the guys dip their toe in a little.
Let them get a little taste and see if this is for them.
I brought an advertiser. I'll never do it again.
Yeah,
never.
Oh, they've asked me over the years. I'm like, no, I'm not bringing my people over here until you do things properly.
Yep. Yeah.
So there you go.
Everyone keeping tabs on the old Olympics?
I watched a little bit last night, but then we switched over to, the Housewives, because I got to see, how Carlton's doing it. And Kaya and what?
I'm lost.
Kyle,
that goes.
What?
Housewife? I have no idea.
And Brandy and her fucked up nose. You don't know these people?
None of them. Brandy, strangers.
Brandy was almost a supermodel, but she has a fucked up nose that drives me insane. It's so horrible.
Did it get fucked up from a nose job?
I don't know. I think so. It has a weird, it gets teeny.
Yeah, some people do that when they get those nose jobs.
It gets teeny in this one area that just throws off her whole fucking face.
Yeah, that happened to, what's his name? The fucking Olympic guy from Kardashians.
What? Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner's got the skinny fucking nose.
There's a strong rumor that Bruce Jenner is becoming a woman.
Yeah, there's a picture of him.
And no one is talking about it. And the Kardashians, the one thing I'll say about the Kardashians, they throw it out there.
Yeah.
They throw all this shit out there. And
he looks like a chick.
And they're pointing out that it looks like he's growing boobs or something.
Oh, my God.
He's got a hairstyle. There's a new picture. He's got a hairstyle that's very, very popular with the women. It's like a reverse dye job, I guess, where they dye the ends blonde. Yeah. I just learned this yesterday by reading about it. I have no fucking idea, to be honest with you. And then he just had his Adam's apple shaved down.
You know who he looks like? Jackie O. He looks like older Jackie O.
And they're calling it radio silence for whatever reason. None of the Kardashians are talking about it, which makes people think that he just might be doing this.
He's actually, transforming.
His hair's getting longer.
Yeah.
This is what they know so far. His hair is getting longer. It's in a woman's style.
Totally.
With the dye job thing at the edges, whatever. Yeah. And he's growing his fingernails long.
Oh, boy.
It looks like he kind of has boobs, because he's a guy that has kept himself in very good shape over the years. And then he shaved down his Adam's apple.
And then all the surgeries on the face, and his lips look like he's getting collagen or something. What the fuck is Bruce Jenner up to?
And they're saying,
I was on a Wheaties box, for the love of God.
And you would think if people are calling you out on this, that you would say something. He's not saying anything, and none of the family is. You usually get a family member going, hey, fuck off. This is,
Olympic gold for the decathlon.
Right.
What happened?
So I don't know, man. That's
Why isn't anybody saying that?
I don't know, man.
Well,
that's not even the latest one, Sam. I don't think. Go to that is from TMZ. Oh, never mind. Radio silent with family. Wait, go back to the headline. Sorry. Radio silent with family over changes. Could you read the first paragraph?
Crazy.
Yeah, it says Bruce Jenner is going through some radical physical changes that could be fundamentally altering who he is. Yet he is telling his family nothing. TMZ broke the story. Bruce went to a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon and scheduled surgery for a laryngeal shave, which smooths out his Adam's apple. But he told TMZ...